Welcome in, early heads. Welcome in, early heads. Guess what it is? Guess what time it is? It's a partner anniversary. Welcome in, early heads. Welcome in, early heads. Catherine, what the fuck? What the fuck, Catherine? 35% off. Big dick motherfucker.
Cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, Big Mac, Whopper,
Big Mac. What is up, Catherine? Thank you very much for the fucking anniversary gifty, baby. Biggest motherfucking swinging dick. Thank you very much, Catherine. I don't know if you gift because you want to support the show or because I tell you have a huge cock, which you do. But I mean, I don't really mind whether it's the first one or the second one. But thank you very much, Catherine. You've been instrumental. Big dick, big money, Catherine. Thank you very much. And it's a pleasure to have you in this community. Everybody say thank you to Catherine, or I will personally break your legs and your arms. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sneaky Tricky. I'm really glad. This song is a special shout out over for Catherine, okay? This song is for you. Listen to the text very carefully, okay? Let's fucking go.
My dick is big, my dick is very big, my dick is big, my dick is very big.
I suck his dick, it's big, it's very, very big. I lick his dick, it's big, it's very, very big.
My dick so big, it did it so. My dick so big, it lives next door. My dick so big, that all I want is fuck the world. My dick so big, it touches the sky. I check it as a luggage when I fly. My dick so big, it's behind you, it follows you. My dick is big,
Check it out,
it's big.
check it out,
My dick is big,
check it out.
it's big.
His dick is big,
Check it out,
it's big.
check it out.
His dick, check it out.
My dick is big.
Special shout out to Catherine, the big dick chatter. Ani and Nikki, thank you very much for the 24 months. Thank you very much. Starting in a cuppa. Enjoy DJ Hugo in the meanwhile. Pour yourself your favorite drink. We are starting in a cuppa. I'm going straight to España. España. Jeez, I have spit all over my mask now. Fucking hell, man. Just another day in a schizo world. Yeah, baby.
Estoy impaciente, quiero comerte. Quiero jugar, bebé, 1 hora más.
¡Ay, there!
Quiero comerte. Quiero comerte. Quiero jugar, bebé, 1 hora más. Estoy impaciente, quiero comerte. Quiero jugar, bebé, 1 hora más. Estoy impaciente, quiero comerte.
Oh! It's so good!
Quiero jugar, bebé, 1 hora más. Estoy impaciente, quiero comerte. Quiero jugar, bebé, 1 hora más. Estoy impaciente, quiero comerte. Quiero jugar, bebé. Quiero jugar, bebé. Quiero jugar, bebé. Quiero jugar, bebé. Quiero jugar, bebé, 1 hora más. Estoy impaciente, quiero comerte. Quiero jugar, bebé, 1 hora más. Quiero comerte. Quiero comerte. Quiero jugar, bebé, 1 hora más. Estoy impaciente, quiero comerte. Quiero jugar, bebé, 1 hora más.
I cannot explain it. There's something in that fucking accent that just makes everything 10 times better. I swear to fucking God. I swear to God. It's almost magical, okay? The way middle-aged white women from the States fetishize the French language, that's the way I fetishize the Spanish language. I'm sorry. But there's something fucking in you through the earth's mouth. Oh my God! Oh my God! It's so good! You know what I mean? It's like, like, why? Ooh. My ancestors would shoot me for fetishizing this Latin-ass, Catholic-ass language, but damn, man, it's fucking good, you know? It's good. It's terrible? No! It's eargasm, exactly. It's bombona, okay? It is a bombona. It is bombonastic. Thank you one more time to the incredible Catherine for starting us out with 50 subs, and Annie and Nikki for their very proud 24 months. Thank you very, 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 very much. It's Jacobian sorcery. Are Spanish people the sons of Yakub, or are they more like the people that he tried to convert? Russian does that to me as an American white woman. I mean, yeah, it is a beautiful language as well. As a Mexican dude, I hate that accent. You hate specifically the Spanish accent from European Spanish people, or what is it? I there's something. It does something to me. I can't explain it. Speaking of which, I don't think I've ever. No, I have. I'm thinking if I ever dated a Spanish woman. I mean, not exactly dated. No, I have. The Irish and the Scottish have the best accents. They are so hot. Yeah, they're pretty nice accents. All accents are lovely when you think about it. They show diversity of the linguistic experience, which is underpinned by centuries and millennia of migration and cultural exchange. Wow, you Gopnik dropping the fucking hard R's in the beginning. Welcome in, everyone. It is the 21st of motherfucking March. It is Saturday. It is 17/16. 76. And it is anniversary of my experience here on Twitch. 2 years, baby. Crazy. Fucking crazy. 4,300 subs in 2 years. Masked Balkan guy screaming about communism. That is not supposed to happen. 2 years. What the fuck? 2. Cuphead is like, oh, you just missed a whole year. What the fuck? And I don't even gamble. I'm a good boy. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't gamble. I only live according to the Christian code of dialectical materialism, okay? So thank you to everyone that's been with me from the beginning. Thank you to everybody that tuned in halfway through. And welcome to everybody that's joined our little weird-ass international commie anti-fascist community in the last couple of weeks or last couple of months. It has been my life's greatest honor to accommodate you, educate you, entertain you, scream at you, be screamed at, talk about everything from the complexities of multipolarity to whether being a gooner is based or not. Indeed, it has been a crazy hamburger.
A new child soldier.
It has been a crazy hamburger. And Shawshank Redemption is one of the first subscribers I've ever had. And motherfucker appears right here with the 26 months. Thank you very much, Shawshank. Gen Z dialectics, shitbag dialectics, my friend. We take the dirt bag and we smear it in shit. That is what we are. We equally take ourselves seriously and do not believe in the concept of seriousness, because nothing is serious in a world as unhinged as ours. We neither live in the worst timeline or the best one. We'll live in the most absurd and hilarious one. If anybody has died since the last stream, please tell us in chat, because as we all know, whether or in heaven or in hell, you will definitely have access to this chat. Da-dum-dum. Thank you, WolfGlenn99. As a way to celebrate this holiest of days. Holiest of days.
Wonderful, a new child soldier.
Subscriptions now cost 35% off for the next 6 hours. So, take it as a gift from me to you. You know, this is the type of gift that like a boyfriend gives his girlfriend, like an extremely sexy lingerie. Like he's realistically buying that for himself, but phrasing it as a gift. So now I'm like, when you spend money on me, I'm going to take a little bit less. Wow. Incredible gifts from you, Gopnik. He's so fucking kind. Incredible. I died yesterday at 3 p.m. but came back to life at 11:30 p.m. What the fuck? You slept all day? And you get on me for messing with the grift. I mean, I can't fuck with with discounts, okay? As an ex-marketing guy, discounts are like the, very bottom tier. Not very manipulative, not very deep. You know what would be deep? As a way to manipulate your audience into subscribing during an anniversary, you know what would be deep? It would be openly saying that people who tell you 35% off for a gift is kind of hypocritical, because they are basically giving you a gift of giving them a gift, and phrasing it this way as a means to make you think that I'm a very honest guy, which will then motivate you to subscribe because I'm very honest. Thinking that was also not a marketing trick, and yet it was. And now you must be saying, but okay, why did he reveal that one? Maybe because I think that if you think that I am so honest that I would discuss the first marketing trick and the second marketing trick, maybe you would subscribe because of that, because I'm an honest guy, which in of itself would be, say it with me, a marketing trick. Oh my God, everything is marketing. 100% of everything is marketing. People just want shit from you, and they motivate you to think that you're actually doing them a service. So, here on Ugopnik Twitch, we are honest. Subscribe because there's a hype train, and when it's very big, It feels good. That's it. Subscriptions are like doing a line of coke, but I guess you're supporting communism. And a guy that has zero sponsors, zero ads, has been doing this for 2 years, and is also creating other projects with the money that you give. Also, you give it to a lovely lady called Cuphead, who's a producer as well. Okay? So let's fucking go. I can't believe on Eid is my anniversary. It's pretty crassy. So yeah, hype train very big. Let's fucking go. It's a con train. I fucking hate it. Anyways, we're going to be covering news today. News. The world is ending. And you will be spending one of your last moments on this godforsaken earth with your boy as he screams, hell yeah, Mobius loop. Mobius loves a thick old train, okay? Loves running a train on a train. What do you call a train? Running a train on a train. A double-decker. Oh! Chuck Norris died because jokes about how base Ugopnik is became far cringer than even jokes about him. Speaking of cringe shit expected to be cringe, ended up not being cringe. 28 years later, the second part, what was it called? 28 years later, Bone Temple. Torture porn. A lot of fake deep shit. But also a lot of deep shit. And hilarious scenes. And incredibly weird movie. Nothing like this has ever been done before. It was great. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Watch it. It's a very good film. I gave $10 for it. I actually paid money for a film. Because motherfuckers took Zamunda away from me. Jesus, I'm starting out with a lot of rants today. You know what Zamunda is? Fucking heaven. Okay? An anarcho-syndicalist pipe dream existing on the internet that most of you don't know about. It was one of the biggest pirate websites that still existed. That was very easy to use. You could just go in, download whatever you want. Free. Fuck private property. And what did they do? Fucking Bulgarians collaborated with the fucking Americans as always. Classic Bulgarian shit, you know? Sorry for the Bulgarians in chat, but you know it's fucking true. Ban Zamunda. I've been paying for shit ever since. Crazy. This in no way means that in my past I have actually pirated or downloaded any illegal intellectual property. I am simply a liar constantly lying to his chat. Well, yeah, the fucking Zamunda got fucking destroyed. Fucking Bulgars. But the Bulgars like had Zamunda, so the Bulgarians were extremely based because they were the last place, arguably, that had an accessible, non-complicated torrent system. And then they came for me. I mean, not me, Zamunda. Zamunda was famous for having the worst comment section on the planet. For some reason, it had a comment section under torrents. Can you imagine the type of subterranean troglodyte you have to be to comment on torrents? Yeah, racists. If you would open it, it would just be like fights between Adolf Hitler 1 and Adolf Hitler 2. I remember discovering it when what was the movie fucking Wakanda Forever, when that shit came out. Comments under that motherfucker. Whoa. But other than that, it was good because it had torrents. But that's such a niche thing. Like, what did you do today? I went to a torrent site and I fought a guy. Crazy hamburger. I fought a guy on a torrent website in the comment section. That's what I did with my day. It's a pretty unhinged thing to say as somebody who streams on Twitch, but hey, at least I'm not that's what you should tell yourself. Hey, why do I spend a couple of hours every day on Twitch? It's not very cool. Always remember, at least you're not a guy who comments on torrent websites. Can I get a W in chat? Am I right or am I right? Am I right or am I right? When I think I am literally the definition of a subhuman, I stream on Twitch. Literally the worst type of person that exists, by the way. Like literally the worst type that exists. You should only take advice from me because I hate my people. I'm a class traitor of the streaming class. Okay? And whenever I get a midlife crisis, is this what I want to be doing for the rest of my life? By the way, I do. It's the best job on the planet, but I'm joking now. I just remember there are people who comment under torrents. And they usually comment racist shit. They're like, man, this is really a great place to recruit people that don't have anything to do tonight, so they want to download the movie. Let's write 1488, kill slur 1488 under a torrent website with a link to our like fucking Windows XP Nazi website. That's a fucking great idea. Almost as fucking stupid as some monkey-ass idiots thinking that it's a great way to recruit by barraging and brigadiering Reddit boards, bro. I just remembered. Thank you very much, Sean Shank. Thank you very, 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 very much for the 10. Let me count you as our third taxpayer. Fucking keep it trying very strong. Very strong. What am I talking about? I just remembered that some cunts 3 weeks ago, and they failed. Some pussy ass tried to take over the Tanky Deprogram Reddit that has like 50 followers, 50K followers or some shit. Redditors, users, or whatever the fuck. I don't speak Reddit. I have a girlfriend. They tried to take it, and they didn't even succeed in that. Like, the only thing more pathetic than trying to take over a Reddit board is failing to take over a Reddit board. Actually, it was a failed coup. Yeah, they call it a coup. Yeah, they don't call it a takeover, bruv. They call it a Reddit coup. That is what a very, very serious political movement does. Thank you, Northwood, for the $5, dude. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much for the $5. Beautiful. Deva Kitty. That's what it's like playing Rising Storm 2, just a bunch of weirdo racists. Surprisingly, they never condemned me for my username, which is Fat Juicy Girl Cock. Internet has gotten more racist, I feel like, but less controversial. That and like the racist, homophobe, transphobes also love sucking dick when you don't look at it. When they're hiding. That's also, you know. And no, I'm not doing the reactionary right-wingers are secretly gay. I'm not doing it. I'm actually doing like, I don't think they're even, I think it's just like hyper-fetishization of what you hate. You know? Like that character from Not Everything Everywhere All at Once. Why do like Oscar movies always have like fucking stupid names? One Thing After Another. One Battle After Another. The guy basically has a massive black woman king because he fucking hates them. Right? So that's what I'm saying. I think they want to suck your dick, my friend. And you shouldn't let them, by the way. Having sex with a fascist makes you a fascist. I am dying on that hill. Dating or marrying a fascist makes you a fucking fascist. Or a collaborator. I don't give a shit. If you're shipping with a fascist, we're shipping you away with a fascist, dude. One Battle After Another is a fantastic film. Zion is garbage. Are you insane, bro? What the fuck? What the fuck does that movie have to do with Israel? Fascists don't get pussy, simple as that. That's why they revert to some pee-pee. Sniffle Ideology, what a great name. Thank you for your taxes. Pink Cake. Pink Kale. Kale but pink. That's a brilliant idea. Would that make it tastier or not? Dude, should I turn into just one of these streamers who just sits and rants instead of covering politics? But while we were doing the hype train, I'm going to rant. It's my fucking anniversary. I'm going to celebrate it the way I want, okay? Polaris, you're completely wrong, and I completely disagree with that opinion. And I think you should watch the movie one more time. But that's okay. We agree to disagree. God bless. We agree to disagree. That's fine. That's what friendships are like. That's fine. But I could not disagree more. I'm not going to get into a conversation about that fucking movie. It's already toxic enough on Twitter. We are over $54 billion for the Iran war. And you need $200 billion more. Guess how much you spent on a war that has cost literally hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of people's death. A full frontal, quote-unquote, more classic war. Around $150 billion. Ukraine against the Russia. I said the Russia. Very English language speak today. Hype train almost dead. Make that shit fucking choo-choo. 150 of the biggest fucking of the largest scale war that we've seen. I don't know since when. And motherfuckers want 250 for Iran. And that is not counting the economic impact and long-term damage that this will have, because I've said it 100 times by now, my beautiful chatters. Look at this old deprogrammed merch. It's so fucking fire, dude. One of us, I think it was Hakeem, was like, what if Mao is looking at his phone? And I was like, that's incredible. That makes no sense, but let's make it. That was the whole conversation when it comes to this. That's it. What if Mao lived today? And I think I said that, and Hakeem was like, what if we just draw him looking at his phone? And I'm like, sold. I also sold. Actually, it didn't sell at all. This thing sold, I think, like 20 times, which is so confusing. This is one of my favorite merch pieces. I don't think it's even available anymore. Only 20 times. You get 10% off if you're a Patreon, by the way. Don't waste that. Even if you got gifted, you get 10% off theprogramshop.com. Thank you very much, Snufkin. Just at the end, thank you for the 5 and your taxes. Thank you very much for saving the hype train. Thank you very much. Just at the end, you got to log in with your Twitch. Don't worry, I don't look at your data. I only look at where you live and whether you bought something over the size of XXL. And then I track you down. I'll come to your house. What kind of brain rot would Mao watch? Mao would be a gooner. He was a gooner before the internet, okay? That man just smoked, drank, and gooned. Reminds me of most leftists, to be honest. Atheists be like, must be AI.
Child of God, follow this page and like this video.
Barry, like, fucking go fuck yourself? What the fuck are you sending me, baby? Damn, son. He was walking on croissants. Reaction podcast. Episode 2 is out. Episoden 2. Go like this and retweet it and scream at it. Like, put it on your screen and scream at it. Imagine it's Sam Hyde. But then go and hide immediately afterwards because he's a rapist. Jugo ima nešto poetično u tome što smo mi bili prvi koji su srušili nevidljivog i Iranci će biti posljednji. Da, vrate. Daj Bože posljednji. I already watched you late. Fucking legends. Go save the show. Listen to the show. Show your friends the show. It's a good show. I think genuinely I've only gotten very good responses. Reaction pod on H3 sometime. H3 who? Who? Not relevant. Oh my god. I knew I shouldn't give you the 35, you motherfucker.
Hamburger, 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 cheeseburger, 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 Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac, Whopper, 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 hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, Big Mac, Whopper.
Look at me, bro. Yo. How about you chill? Because I can handle how base you are. Oh, fucking shit, man. God damn, dude. Motherfucker. I know it's my anniversary and everything, but I know it's 35% off, but goddamn, man. What the fuck, dude? Thank you, RXS. I want everybody in here. Say thank you to our lovely Euler. Fucking rascal is insane. You got me subs falling out of my pockets. 2 years. 2 years. 2 years on YouTube as a masked communist. 4,000 subs. Nobody does it like me, motherfucker. Sorry, I gotta do a little 2 seconds of ego. Massive spike since I got fucking the Cuphead as a producer on. Big G Cuphead. Fucking legend. Real recognized real. But seriously though, of course I can't compare myself to fucking Hassan or whatever. But damn, thank you guys. This is some insane fucking growth for 2 years, in my modest fucking opinion. And I'm not usually even a 1K Andy. I'm the type of guy people watch for an hour and then tune out and tune back in because it's very high energy. That's at least how I analyze my show. It's a lot of it's not, unless when we do gaming streams, which probably won't have tomorrow. Won't be able to tomorrow. It's so fucking annoying. Don't even get me started. Except when we do gaming streams when it's more chill. Otherwise, usually yeah, we need truly independent, like fuck TOS money. Absolutely, baby. Great new pod. Thank you very much, my friend. Yes, I will play Neo Feud. Comrade Internet. Comrade Internet comes in here every fucking day and tells me to play fucking Neo Feud. I'll play goddamn Neo Feud, my friend. Damn, dude. Realized you had the same subs as someone with several times your followers on here recently, and that's when it hit me. Damn, this is actually wild, right? Right? And I got to that Mike from PA, the fucking legend, platform me once. And then raided me a couple of times. Denim's raided me a couple of times. And other creators of my size, of course. But that's it. I didn't get some massive fucking shout out. I didn't get none of that shit. I'm very appreciative to the content creators that did, like, raid me in the beginning and so on. That was very instrumental. But that's it. I didn't, like, go on Hassan ever. Ever. And I got this shit. So, not to flex, but thank you very much. Because this is a representation of the community we have here. We got true fucking degenerates in this motherfucker. And also, let's be honest, I have created mechanisms to grow subscription counts that no other streamer on this platform has created. Just think back 2 years. All the different types of games that I introduced as core segments of the show that drove growth. All the shit I give you. You'll find it through Hakim, of course, fucking legend. No, man, don't do that shit. Dude, fucking stop doing that shit. I'm gonna ban you, man. Like, I hope you're a millionaire.
Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac, Whopper, 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 hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, Big Mac, Whopper.
Like, I really hope you're rich, rascal. I hope you're rich. I have a feeling you are. But if you're not, please stop. Okay? And now let's gamba. The motherfucker's about to make me kill myself. Oh Lord, how do we reach gamba? I put such a big. Also, is Rascal VIP yet? I think Rascal is VIP. I gave Rascal VIP, right? BlackRock money. Rascal is not VIP. Well, welcome to the elite back rooms, the dark rooms, the dark rooms of the Yugopnik bar. That's a fucked up. No, what the fuck? Not raid. No. Shit. Oh my God, what the fuck am I doing? No, can't. Oh my God. VIP, not raid. The fuck did I do? No, did I cancel the raid? How do I cancel did I cancel the raid? No, we're not raiding. I wanted to put VIP, not raid. Did I cancel it? It's canceled. Oh my fucking God, Jesus Christ. Brain fart. I was writing raid and then RXS's name, and I started writing some other guy. That guy must have been fucking confused. Okay, VIP RXS. I already a VIP. Why did you tell me? Already a VIP. Yeah, I canceled it. Damn, man. They're still here. No problema, Bambino. Hey, Bambino. Nobody called me a Bambino in a long time. You got me accused. On raid. Sorry, guys. My bad. Thanks for the raid. I mean, go follow like Rascal if you stream. Absolutely, everybody follow Rascal. That was so close. So Rascal, you want to spin? And seriously, unless you're a rich motherfucker, stop. You have gifted enough for the month. Seriously, please. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. Please stop. I like money, but not that much. Like you're too kind. Snuffkin, thank you very much. I do not stream. You wrote it like do not offend me that way. Are you gonna gamba or are you gonna spare me? Rascal. Gonna gamba or are you gonna spare me? You know that I always give you an option. For you, only for you. And for Catherine from time to time. I will give you a 3x on a number or a 2x on anything else. 3x on a number or 2x on anything else. Gamba, do it for the working class. Do it, man. You deserve it, dude. You deserve it. Let chat party it up. 35% off anniversary. Red. Okay, son of a bitch. Let me play the background music. We have a long-standing VIP here. Mr. Rascal, as he likes to call himself anonymously. Mr. Rascal has been coming to our establishment for a very long time. We hear that he owns multiple casinos himself. He throws money around as if it's nothing, but he knows its full value. That is why he likes to play. Currently surrounded by 3 hot babes and 4 hot guys. He blows on his chips and puts them down. On red, we spin.
20. Black even.
Unfortunately, Mr. Rascal does not win, motherfucker. Woo! Pachow! Pachow, pachow, pachow! I mean, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. I don't know nobody. Oh, I'm a dick, dude. Thank you, Rascal. And I know this is going to make him want to gamble more. Rascal low-key in this chat. Rascal is like, wait, this chat is about communism? I'm just here because I want to fuck it. I miss the old days when we could fucking gamble on Twitch. This is the only channel when you can gamble on Twitch. Like, that's the only reason I'm here. Happy birthday. No, it's my fucking Twitch birthday. It's not my real birthday. I mean, I guess it's more of a real birthday to me because I started living only when I started streaming on this platform. I mean, that's kind of true, low-key. No, it's my anniversary. I don't think so, my friend. Okay, let's actually start covering the news. Level 14 hype train. Jesus, I can't start. It's been 45 minutes. And today's going to be a 3-hour stream, most likely 3.5 max. I spent 1 hour just talking about this. Happy Twitch birthday. Happy birthday, motherfucker. Lele! We got another young executive in here with the 10 Anya fucking Conda, man. I swear to God, most of my subs come from women. It's crazy. Would it be sexist for me to be kind of proud of that? Would it be sexist? Like, would it be sexist if I was like kind of proud of that? That would it be? Would it be a little bit? It would be a little bit. A little bit. Yes, it is. It is sexist that I'm proud of that. Then I should be like, fucking women, you're not fucking give me anything, fucking women. I don't want no woman money. I don't want no woman money. Now I'm getting raided by a woman. I don't want no woman raid. What is this? Fucking woman raids? What the hell you on? Gabo on hype train so fucking close. Thank you, Lesbian Hot Sauce, for the woman raid. Everybody who loves women here, go and follow Lesbian Hot Sauce, a very dear friend of the show. Welcome in, Raiders. Very nice to see you all. It's my Twitch birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I don't know nobody. Seriously, Lesbian Hot Sauce has been with me from the get-go. Anybody in here who has not given Hot Sauce a follow is genuinely missing out. No, for real. Genuinely missing out. Very informed, very intelligent, very fucking entertaining. And did I mention woman? Crazy. I was told those don't exist on the internet. Apparently there's a few, man. And they either have very good streams or they come and give me money. It's very strange. Damn, you doing the devil's work on gambles, Matt? Like I just started and because it's 35% off, these degenerates can't help themselves, man. It's like I put like a 35% off at the local casino in the village, and like zombies, the whole village is kind of like, ooh, on black, on red, fucking, ooh. And I love them for it. I wouldn't change them ever. But wait, Anaconda, I'm talking to you, Anaconda. So is it sexist that I like that most of my gifters are women? Or is that bad? I don't think so. Thank you so much for the 5. Yeah, I got into chat when I was literally in the car. Fuck. Don't worry, I don't think so. Thank you very much for the 5. No, I was memeing. Okay. A woman memeing. That's a... I'm doing the bit too much. There's new people in this community that are gonna think that I dislike women. I don't dislike women. I hate women. Okay. Get it right. Okay. I'm stopping. Jesus, now I really need to stop. I really need to stop. Calm your fucking self down, motherfucker. Okay. I am John. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Okay, Gamba time. Anaconda first with a 10. Okay. Then we got Rascal. Then we got Hey Kachiro for 24 months. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. And we have I don't think so with a 5. Ta-dum-tum. We have some people in before, like, Cuphead, please get all the gambas in order. Let's spin that shit and let's get to the news. The people deserve content, even on a birthday. Misogyny. Come on, gamblers. Motherfuckers that oil me up, they want to gamble. Please tell me what you can. Put your shit on. Put your shit on. Put your shit on. Put your shit on. Everybody after we hit the target. So that's everybody after the 50 that came from Rascal. So Snufkin, Anaconda, Rascal, and I don't think so. Anaconda, 10 on odd. 10 on odd. A very famous VIP. Anaconda is putting 10 on odd. I repeat, 10 on odd, and we spin. I know I'm gonna lose because it's Anaconda.
Black odd. You win.
No, Anaconda always wins. It's no. It's a woman spells. They woman spells. The women's they spell. They do spells. They do the spell on the ball. Congratulations. Anybody else? I'm not going to wait forever, guys. Please. Red. 5 on red. No. 20. Jesus Christ, motherfucker. 20 on red. 20 on red. For the big VIP on the table today. Rascal.
18. Red even. You win.
Okay, now you're pissing down my mouth, all of you. Now it's just gonna be chained. Now it's gonna be chains upon chains. Son of a bitch. Congratulations to Rascal. 20 go to the community. True motherfucking true. Fucking hell, man. Revenge, yeah. Very funny. Northwood 5. 5 on. Do you want a gamba? Northwood 5 on what? Can I bet on black? Yes, of course. 5 on black by the new gambler in the community. 5 on black going once. 5 on black. Oh shit! I put red.
23. Red.
That doesn't
odd.
count. That
You
doesn't
win.
count. I put on red for some reason. That doesn't count. Spin again. Apologies, Northwood. 5 on black. I'm very sorry.
12. Red even.
Well, you lost both times, so you can't fuck with me. What? No, what? Okay, fucked up. Here's a 5. Jesus, guys. Oh, son of a bitch, you will. Okay, gave all of you enough time. Okay, let's get into the fucking news. Jesus, this song is just playing in the background.
Crazy hamburger.
Okay, let's start out with some live news and we take it from there. But before we do that, let us do the news recap of the last day. News recap of the last motherfucking day. Okay. News recap. As you all know, I have started a show with Fred and Mike from PA. You have a big QR code on the screen. You can also write !reaction, and you can find links to the show and your preferred podcast app. It's a very good show. If you don't like fascists, if you want to make fun of them, you want to learn more about how they operate and how they work, check it out. Those of you who have already listened to it, please tell everybody else in chat about how good it is. It's good. Apparently, it is good. Okay? So, let's start our segment. Our segment brought to us by our main sponsor of the show, Cuphead. Okay? It's called Recap with Kneecap today, 21st of March, 2026. The point of this segment is to get everybody up to date on all the newest news highlights so that we can all be on the same page when it comes to the news and theory and perspectives that we are going to cover for the rest of the day. Let's start. Iran war has reached day 22, 21 days longer than what they thought. AP comes with Iran strikes a joint US-UK base 4,000 kilometers away on Diego Garcia Island, the Indian Ocean. Tasnim comes with the Natanz nuclear facility has been hit by an airstrike. Fucking terrifying. CBS, US deploying 3 more warships and 2,500 more Marines to West Asia, Iran. MEE, IRGC warns, too many shortcuts, just write Israel. IRGC warns Israel is plotting false flag attack on Saudi Arabia's Aramco. AG. President Trump claims U.S. soon winding down military operations in Iran. Al Jazeera, 17% of Qatar's LNG export capacity worth over $20 billion has been destroyed. The war is going well, chat. The war is going well. Al Jazeera, IRGC claims it hit Israel fighter jet, third such incident during the war. Tasnim, IRGC drones strike Israel's military assets at Ben Gurion. CBS, U.S. deploying 3 more warships and 2,500 more Marines to West. You got to double. It's okay, but you got to double. You double the page. Everybody, point and laugh at Cuphead. Point and laugh at Cuphead. Cuphead put 2 pages at the same time. No. Okay, next. Deutsche Welle, in other news. Deutsche Welle, Trump administration sues Harvard over alleged anti-Semitism for over $1 billion. AP, Colombia's President Petro under investigation in U.S. for drug trafficking. Pretty crazy. Euronews, Denmark deployed troops to Greenland with runway explosives in January, fearing an actual U.S. invasion. AP, Cuba refuses to let U.S. Embassy in Havana import diesel for its generators. U.S. strikes alleged drug boat near Costa Rica. 2 have been killed and 1 has been critically injured. South Africa's traditional circumcision initiation kills 48 men and boys. I will not say my opinion because I would get TOS. Gomez is fucking with me today. I think C is the fake one. I'm sorry you have reached a stream that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this message in error, please check the URL and try your stream again. Good job, Cuphead. You fucking killed it today. It's okay. God bless you. It's my birthday. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. God bless. No, man. It's cute. I don't give a shit. It's fine. Ha, ha, ha. Why are you laughing? Motherfucker. Dude, I'm literally saying it's fine. It's solo care. Cuphead isn't even a... Cuphead is like, ha, 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 ha. And then NPC emote. What the fuck? I'm being bullied by my producer. My producer fucks up, and I'm being nice about it, and I'm getting bullied for it. What the fuck? What? Thank you, Musashi, very much for the 3-month streak. Sorry, lol. I don't have cool emotes. You're fine. Jesus Christ. Now, fucking sorry. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Maybe redistribute some emotes. I mean, don't you guys have a lot of emotes? Fucking, there's 4,500 fucking subscriptions on this channel this month. I think most of you should have fucking emotes. Thank you, Musashi, for the taxes, my brother. Thank you very much. Okay, let's start with the news. I'll just go get some water with the I am addicted to fucking Sedevite. I gotta show you this. I swear, today is the least serious stream I've ever done in my life. But it's my birthday, so it's fine. So, oh my God, Takaka. Sedevite. There's just this like Croatian girl that says Sedevita in like a stupid way that is very funny.
Hey, you like Sedevita? Me too. Let's make some. I have the Sedevita glass from the Sedevita pack with glass.
Hvala, druže.
Lemon Sedevita or Naranja Sedevita?
Sedevita. That's the best fucking accent of all time, dude.
Naranja Sedevita.
Sedevita.
But
I know that the Ayatollah drinks the Sedevita. Okay? Ayatollah drinks the Sedevita. They put a tracker in the Sedevita. That's how they killed the Ayatollah. Oh, God.
right amount of Sedevita in the glass. And then put some more.
This is the Americans like this is, I think this is like close to how people of different ethnicities and nationalities feel like when you create like a very fake stereotype about them, because like Americans like this don't actually exist, but this is like a caricature of an American. This is how we imagine you if you lived in the Balkans and drank our version of Gatorade, okay? Sedevita.
Right amount of Sedevita in the glass.
Glass.
And then put some more.
Put some more.
Okay? Sedevita. And then you thought
She's trying not to laugh at her own fucking accent. It's so funny.
no spoon for Sedevita. You do it like this. One hand. Sedevita.
God bless this lady wherever she is. Absolute legend. Okay. News. Let me go get some Sedevita.
Natanz is the biggest.
I'm going to go ask the Ayatollah for some Sedevita. Okay, I'll be right back, eh? What if I talk, for the rest of the stream, like this,
Has the largest number of centrifuges. Now, no one knows where the Iranian highly enriched uranium amounts are, because there are about 400 kilograms, 480 kilograms of highly enriched uranium somewhere in Iran. And there were reports and actually Iranian officials saying on several occasions that they're buried under the rubble. Now, whether they are buried under the rubble of Isfahan, Natanz, or Fordo, this is another issue. But the problem is that the more these facilities are hit, the more there is a threat of radiation. And whenever there is radiation, and you know, these are not the only nuclear facilities. There's another one in Bushehr, and the Russians have been warning from rounds and from missiles falling beside the Bushehr facility, because any strike for Bushehr will cause contamination in the Gulf, and that would be a really huge issue. Also, there's the nuclear facility here in Tehran, just behind us in Tehran. Also,
here's my Sedevita. You wanna see a close up of my Sedevita? This is my Sedevita. This is a new inside joke. Can somebody please make a Sedevita or find a Sedevita emote? We need a Sedevita emote just for the Balkan heads in here. And for the rest of you, it's going to be a niche joke that's going to make you very cool in front of your friends, because they're not going to know what the reference is, because it's arguably the most niche reference of all time. It's Balkan Gatorade. Like, it's actually socialist Gatorade. This used to exist in socialist Yugoslavia. So socialist Sedevita, socialist Gatorade, called Sedevita. The C stands for Sedevita. Sedevita's nuts. Looks like Tang. It's piss, man. I'm drinking more piss. I'm fucking piss up in my mouth. Yugavite? You want to drink some Yugavite with Sedavide? Oh my God, I can't stop, dude. Sedavide in the glaze. Sedavide in the glaze. Sedavide in the glaze. Sedavide in the glaze. Sedavide. Oh my God, you're brilliant. Wait for it! Somebody said... Somebody said with vodka, but I have a better idea. Honey mead. Honey mead with Sedavide. I think this is actually going to taste incredible. So you take some Sedavide, and then you take some honey mead. Do it with Maltai, you motherfucker. And it's Sedamide. Sedavide with mide is Sedavide. I swear I'm not on drugs. You guys are just too funny. Ujebote ovo do jaja, brate. Just a little bit of 20 proof. How much is this? 20 proof. Sedavide with mide. Sedamide. Sedavide with mide is Sedamide. To your health, chat, thank you for the wonderful 2 years. Best 2 years of my life. I swear to God. Thank you. Right after my woman, second best thing that's ever happened to me. Thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart. I'll move off screen to fucking drink because I'm wearing a fucking mask. Best fucking idea I ever had. Okay, this tastes 100 out of 100. It tastes like a fresh lemonade with a tinge of honey that gets you fucked up. But it also probably doesn't give you that bad of a fucking hangover because this shit has like vitamins and shit and sugars and Sedamide. Sedamide. It is Sedamide. Moram da probam, nemoj molim te. Ovo samo grešim ovako za stream. Inače je ukusno, iskreno. Ali nemoj da se grešiš pred Bogom.
2 shots of vodka. Then 2 shots of vodka.
Need to do a capitalist maxing and sell this product. Yugorade, Sedamide. You need a straw hole in your mask. Yeah, I gotta get a drinking mask. I used to have a drinking mask, but we fucked it up. Because I would wear it when I drink, and then I would get hungry, and I would eat with the mask. And the mask just had like a asthma mold circle around it.
Imagine seeing your health data.
Oh my God, imagine seeing my... Thank you, Red Cheesehead.
In your
Thank you very much.
copious podcasting about this in the last 2 weeks, you have made the argument very strongly that the United States has been pushed into something not in its own national interest by pressure from
Well, it
Israel
has
and the lobbying power of Israel.
Well, it has been. The question is whether the person who makes the ultimate decision, who would be President Trump, should have pushed back. That's it. Of course, Trump should have pushed back.
As previous
Trump.
presidents have done.
To some extent, some very limited extent, George W. Bush didn't push back. We wound up in the Iraq War.
The best way to contextualize Israel and its influence over the United States versus the influence of the United States over Israel is to basically look at Israel as a 51st state that has its own relatively well-influential party in the United States of America, okay? You have the Democrats, you have the Republicans, and you have Israel as its own party that co-aligns with the interests both of the Democrats and the Republicans, but not 100% of the time. So while both the Democrats and Republicans work very actively with the Israeli party in the United States, they don't always necessarily know what the Israeli party wants to long shot game them towards. That's the best way of looking at it. That's the best way of, engaging in a simplistic allegory that kind of describes how it works. Because simply going down the pathway of like herder Israel is like in command of the United States undermines the influence of empire that does look at Israel as its, unsinkable, missile and, jet carrier in the Middle East. But it does not mean that the jet carrier does not have a lobby of its own. It does not mean that the jet carrier and its interests can sometimes not directly co-align with the best interests of the United States proper. Look at it as, unironically, as a 51st state of the United States that has its own party. Like the interests of Texans are not always going to be the same as the interests of the federal government. The interests of California are not always going to be the same as the interests of the federal government or Texas or Oklahoma or Ohio. Okay? So, of course, they're going to lobby it in their own way to sometimes even act against its own interests. The reason I'm making this very particular point is because people either go down the honestly very naive route of undermining American consent manufacturing and, more importantly, American long-term geopolitical planning by just saying this is Tel Aviv manipulating them. But others under, threat or fear of anti-Semitism or some other like shit that is not completely not applicable here, completely dismiss the very real influence that Tel Aviv does have over Washington and the very basic dynamic that sometimes does come to pass where the interests, the objective, short or long-term interests of Tel Aviv might not directly and completely co-align with Washington. So on this, please be centrists. Like, unironically, be centrist. These political levers. I can't believe my political science degree for the first time is going to fucking work now, because this is how neoliberal political systems work. Political levers are not this unanimous kind of tyrannid hive mind. There are so many different levers being pulled by so many different interest groups, and usually it's apologies to the religious in the stream, but it's a circle jerk, right? Because everybody's trying to pull the other one. Washington is continuously trying to steer Tel Aviv into the direction it believes it needs to be steered in, and Tel Aviv steers back. Ignoring one or the other is just, again, politically naive. It's not seeing the full picture. This war is way more likely to be direct influence from Israel on Trump specifically. That's what I'm saying. Very, very likely. Very likely. But we don't want to undermine also the, American perspective on what they want to see in the region and how sometimes it cannot align. I'm not talking about this event specifically. I'm using it as a jumping off spot to talk about I think more complex meta-analysis, which is that these things bounce back and forth. Like, you got to imagine, like, the United States of America created Contras of all shapes and sizes in Central and South America. Reactionary psychopaths, self-pronounced monarchs, narco-cartel leaders in their fight during the Cold War against the communists in the region. But, Central and South Americans, including their reactionaries, are not just some monkeys to be, like, manipulated with bananas by the wise American white man. They have their interests as well. The reactionaries in these countries understood and very often were willful puppets of the United States of America because it served their interest. And what happened afterwards, once a lot of those puppet regimes failed, let's look at Cuba, for example. Once the communists ousted the gusanos to the United States, gusanos that were made gusanos through American money and influence and weaponry, then moved to the United States, and the mother of all irony is, unironically, started both infiltrating and lobbying the White House to restart their reactionary projects back home, to retake the very countries that they had once given them. That is a blowback effect that I don't, for some reason, nobody fucking talks about. Nobody talks about. Gusanos aren't just these, like, free radical imbeciles that are doing coke in Miami. One of the most influential people on planet Earth right now is Marco Rubio. Like, are you dumb? Why am I now spiraling and talking about Central and South America while we are covering Israel? Because it's a similar case, but u pičku materinu. The reactionary Zionist fascists that have been underpinned by the United States of America, not only in Palestine, are an extension of American empire, but that does not mean that extension of American empire does not also have its own fucking mind and its own interests. It does not bark back in Washington, and it does not manipulate Washington as well. So to finish my thesis, be a centrist on this particular point. Israel isn't just a bunch of fucking Zionist drones that fucking want to shoot people, nor are, reactionaries Central America, South America, Eastern Europe, and so on. Nor are they, the incredible mind fucking manipulators that secretly control the White House. It's right in the center. Unfortunately, I can't believe I'm saying in the center, but it is. It's a constant ping pong match. Capisco? Because the unipolar empirical world we live in connects oppression. Absolutely. Bro, pičko matre. Are you Albanian? Shif Sharot. Only an Albanian will write it pičko matre. Pičko matre. Pičko matre. Pičko matre. Shif Sharot. I fucking love Albanians. Let me see if I guessed it. Lynn Homler. Are you Albanian? Kaži. I know you are. Piško matre. Čuda ti jebe majku. The head of the U.S. State Department is a guy whose family fled Batista and now wants to impose a new Batista. Contradiction sharp enough to cut any liberal. Yes, my friend. It's always like that, unfortunately, with these cunts. Jesus, sorry. I think I'm not allowed to do this accent. I think it might be like I think just everybody's allowed to do the Albanian accent. I think except maybe Serbs, Croats, and Bosnians. That those are the three ethnicities that are not allowed to do that accent. Or it's the other way around. I don't know. Let's keep listening to this. But okay, I think you understand what I tried to teach you there. Okay.
And now everyone pretends. Oh,
now I'm going to treat my sedevite with mide, sedemide, sedemide.
That had nothing to do with Israel. I was there. I was talking to Bush. That's not true. That's a lie. And that's why it's so important, from my perspective, to say out loud what is true before history is rewritten and disappears. And it's lying and it gets us here. Because we say, oh, no, lobbying efforts had no effect. Really? We say that about our pharmaceutical policy? No. Everybody understands that every policy a large government makes, including ours, is influenced by various stakeholders who were affected by that policy. But this is the one area we have to be like, no, it had nothing to do with the fact that his biggest donors were pushing him to do this, or the BB visited 7 times in 1 year. Are you joking? I'm not going to play along with the lies anymore. I don't hate Jews. I don't hate Israel. I love my country. This has happened yet again. I can give you a whole list of previous times where it's happened. And I think we need to know what happened so we don't hurt ourselves further.
I am not saying don't blame Israel. I think Israel has its own national...
The only the way Tucker Carlson continuously contradicts himself is because he somehow wants to both believe in American empire while pushing an isolationism so strong that it would collapse American empire in and itself. And that's the meme with empire. If you're constantly creating reactionary groups all over the world that are going to serve your particular interests against the national and sovereign interests of a place, eventually they're going to start influencing you, and the motherfuckers you killed are going to blow back on you, and that eventually leads to contradictions on top of contradictions that end up destroying it. And vice versa. If you don't want to do that, you can't do empire. You can't do empire. You isolate. The only third, quote unquote, third way is kind of to an extent what the European Union is trying to do, but we can see very obviously that they are failing, which is only and exclusively using, quote unquote, legal imperial mechanisms, which are, instead of, planting your flag, sending your troops, or creating, reactionary paramilitary groups domestically to do something. They do that as well, but not as much as the Americans. It's to send in your corporations, right? You go the privateer way, but that's slow. It takes time. It's more efficient long term, but America doesn't like long term. America's a bandit state. You gotta rob those coaches every day.
Interest in Israel was certainly pushing for
24/7. Fill those coffers.
But I think there is more agency and therefore more responsibility with the President of the United States and the Trump administration.
I wouldn't disagree. He represents me. I live here.
But that's important because in the way you described
Israel pushed him into this. Now, he shouldn't have gone along with it. He should have pushed back. But to pretend that Trump woke up one morning and is like, no, I think
I'm not suggesting that, to be clear.
Israel pushed him. The prime minister, and by the way, it's not Israel. There are a lot of people who disagree in Israel. I know some of them. It was the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, who pushed our president into doing this. And I hope this is the last time that Netanyahu or any foreign head of state will ever push an American president to do something that hurts America.
Well, let's talk about that, because I think we may be, as you yourself said earlier, at a tipping point in terms of the rapid decline within the United States for support for Israel. Maybe. And you see it huge. I mean, you've seen it for several years on the Democrat.
No, I wasn't entirely correct in my previous analysis. There is a third Tucker way, but it's more brutal than what even Americans have done throughout history. Americans have done it from time to time, but you can just make sure that they never influence the imperial core when you create reactionary groups outside of the imperial core, you can just do that, you know? Like, let's imagine, like Tucker's America is an America in which the CIA will annihilate any attempt of Mossad intervention in the country. I'm talking about an America in which Tucker is honest about what he believes in, which I sincerely doubt. Okay, but let's imagine, like, okay, I'm trying to give you a pitch of a relatively more long-term sustainable imperial perspective on utilizing proxies without wanting the blowback of said proxies. You would have to be very direct with them and tell them, you are my proxy. Don't think we're equals. If I see you, in my city, I will literally scalp you, little bitch. So yeah, if Tucker is honest about what he's talking about, a solidified empire in which their own intelligence agencies unironically look at the intelligence agencies of quote-unquote allies or proxies as enemy agencies and would annihilate anything from AIPAC down to, Mossad infiltration in the United States of America, which is massive. And mostly doesn't even happen because Mossad is like playing 5D chess. It happens because the Americans let them, because they fucking gotta tolerate them, because Israelis are such an important, unsinkable carrier. Bamba Klat Tricepsis Tyrant. Thank you very much for the sub. Reminder, 35% off, because it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Yeah, it's my partner's birthday, so I put 35% off. So if you're gonna pay your taxes, today is the day, okay? Today is the day. If you want to oil me up, today is the day. If you want to subscribe for yourself, use your Prime or anything else, today is the day. Buy me a birthday cake. Buy me a birthday beer. Jesus Christ, this is actually hitting me like a truck. Like, look, I've only drank this much. And you know how much I can drink. This is hitting me like a freight truck. I'm buzzed. Sedavide with Medovine is very strongine in these glass. Very strong in these glass. Like, very strong in this glass. I'm fucking, woo, man. Seen you finish bottles of vodka. I know. Look at it. I've only drank this much. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Very sedavide. Mide in sedavide in this glaciide.
Democratic side, you're now seeing it on the Conservative side, and you're seeing a collapse amongst younger people. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. How quickly is that going to change the politics of Israel in the United States?
What did you put in? I put in fucking... I mean, not the whole thing, but up until here, up or down. It's 20% proof. It's like a mead from Dunja. I don't jebem vas u pičku, ne znam Dunja kako se kaže. Jebote, ovo mi jebalo mater, brate. Koji mi je kurac, čovječe. Juče sam pio, razumeš, i sad mi je, Juče sam s Makedoncima pio.
I mean, it's hard to know. There doesn't seem to be a direct connection, not just on Israel or foreign policy, but on almost any issue between what our leaders believe and do and what the public thinks and wants. The public begins to believe in their frustration at their declining standard of living, for example, or declining birth rates, or whatever it is that's getting worse, and a lot is, that there's no way to use legitimate means to change it. Voting doesn't work. If they believe that, then they will, by definition, find other ways, and those ways are destructive, and I don't want that. So I think it's very important that a government, even a non-democracy, even a monarchy, respond to the concerns of the population.
Why haven't we figured out how to make apple spirit here? We have a shit ton of apples rotting. We need to make apple cider, very good apple cider. I've had French very good apple cider, and it's very fucking good apple cider.
You can ignore them for a while. If you ignore them for too long, you get overthrown.
Let's talk, though, a little bit more about how this declining support for Israel, which I think is one of the most significant political shifts in the United States in recent years, how is that shaping the MAGA movement? I mean, are you now seeing a split? I mean, when I look at the opinion polls, I'm told that there's 100% support amongst MAGA or 95% support for the war. On the other hand, you're clearly a man with a large number of followers who is making a very, very different argument.
I was standing next to Trump at his house when he got elected. I've known him a long time. I talked to him a lot. So, I don't fully.
The main problem with Tucker candidacy is that he's unironically going to have a relatively difficult time utilizing what motivates like over 40-50% of MAGA voters to vote, which is simply a cult of personality, like lobotomized individuals that just go like, he fucking said the R word, right? Type shit. They're just obsessed with based orange man, so based. And it's going to be difficult for a man with the aesthetic, the personality, the speech patterns that Carlson has to hook that aspect of MAGA. It's still doable. He can still do it with the other 70%, but we must not undermine just how intentionally irrational the voting patterns of a large part of the MAGA voting body is, which Tucker Carlson would unironically, and I'm saying this as, of course, keeping in mind that he is both an ideological and material enemy, but for somebody who, can make an argument that makes sense. Because 30-40% of MAGA does not vote based on argument. It votes based purely on emotion and how good it makes them feel because they own the libs. The lib ownership, part of the graph has a direct overlap with the way they vote. How annoyed and angry they make their college-educated daughter-in-law is how they vote. True, but MAGA has been seeing his face before Trump. That is a fair assessment. And that's what he's going to play on. You think Tucker is a true believer or a grifter? I have a whole video on it, my friend. Tucker is it's difficult because a true right-wing believer is de facto a grifter. One who truly understands reactionary politics, understands that they are a fog, a mask, a curtain you throw over the real conditions that make life hard as a way to protect your own class interests. So Tucker is an exceptionally class-conscious individual who wants to protect the material interests of himself and his family and is therefore proactively creating reactionary analysis and reactionary pitches for the masses, which would make him a grifter because he wants to protect his wealth and that of his family and elevate it even. But it also makes him a true believer because that's what a reactionary is. You know what I'm saying? Not all grifters are reactionaries, but all reactionaries are grifters. The Ugopnik Doctrine, part 783.
I understand what MAGA is, but I know that the core promise of the Trump political movement, Make America Great Again, was America First. And it was articulated by him repeatedly at every campaign stop for 10 years. So everyone in America knows this. I think everyone globally knows this. The core of this movement was the idea that you would, and we could debate about how you do it, but you would try to put the interests of your country.
Tucker is the type of reactionary that will give you free healthcare. That's what you guys sometimes don't get. I genuinely. He will give you free healthcare because he understands that if you push working class people so much, they will eventually take all your shit and fucking scalp you in front of your children and probably hang your fucking kids as well and piss on it and then burn you and fucking burying you under the fucking parking lot, okay? So he will give you free healthcare if it means stopping the decay. He's reverse J.D. Pondon. He will throw Israel under the table if he feels that the relationship with Israel is unsustainable for the longevity of American empire. And some of us might get confused and say, man, that's so base and progressive. But it's base and progressive for all the wrong reasons, my friend. It is to postpone revolution. This is a white Russian. Okay? For all you fucking history freaks, they always need some correlation with something that happened in the past. God fucking damn it. Read some Nietzsche for fuck's sakes. But okay. I understand you. I'm the same. We are Marxists. Some of us here. If you gotta identify him with some fucking group, this is a white Russian baron that knows what needs to get fucking done. Okay? A Hitlerite before Hitler. That's why he's so scary. I shit my fucking pants thinking about this cunt. I do. Because this cunt can make some of you vote for him. This cunt's going to do shit that's going to make some of the people in chat go and put a fucking ballot box in for this motherfucker. That's why he cannot fucking win. He cannot fucking win. I will unironically be a voting guy if this guy runs. And I can see already half of my chat leaving, but I'm unironically going to be a vote guy. If this guy runs, I'm going to be a vote guy. To an extent, like, or a don't vote guy, but like don't, you know. His shit is
at the center of every calculation.
He's a Sotsdem. I mean
about how you manage your country and how you interact with the world. It's the single most obvious and
I'm kidding. I'll never be the vote guy. Will I? I mean, if he runs, I actually might cover elections because that's
the most popular political concept ever devised.
Do you think Donald Trump has betrayed America first?
I think that this war is something that he promised he wouldn't do, not once, but countless times. And until YouTube is banned, we'll be able to prove that. And the idea behind it is not only contrary to America first, it may be its inverse.
I'm really that fascinated by a class enemy like I am with him. Can you notice like how differently he speaks than the way he talks in his podcasts / shows? Also, if you read his book, it doesn't read whatsoever the same way as he speaks during his show either. It's more of a like instruction manual. It's very strange. Tucker is unironically a social fascist. Yes, I mean, no, he isn't. Sotsdems aren't class conscious. Motherfucker rolled in here and basically said, Sotsdem's so fucking dumb, Tucker Carlson's smarter than them. Oh, I'm sorry, Sotsdem is in chat, but holy shit, I don't think you'll ever recover from that one. That was really good. That was really good.
Meant that
Chat, we are 7 Western taxpayers away from reaching 30. So if you're a Westerner with money in chat and you want to suspend it for 35% discount on my birthday, I don't know nobody. Today is the moment to do so. And if you're a developing world chatter who wants to show the Westerners that actually it is them who are broke, subscribe as well. Exclamation point tax to see how the system works. And those chatters who want to subscribe for themselves, they are the most based ones. Please do so. And those subscribers who can not afford to do so, just make another guy in chat like gift you a sub. That's the point. Just go in chat right now and be like, buy me a sub. I promise I'm hot. Write that sentence. Buy me a sub, I promise I'm sexy. You'll see you'll immediately get a sub. I promise you. Buy me a sub. I promise I'm hot. There you go. Let's see. Pink Angel Kitty. Come on. Do your job. Gooners. Gooners. Come on. Rich Gooners. I only have rich Gooners in chat. Do your thing. I'm waiting. Except Rascal. I am not allowing you to buy any more fucking subs. Vance Vučić. Takir je Dačić Amerike. Takir je Dačić Amerike. Ej, sine. Do my Oilers hate hot people? Did I make a mistake? Maybe you should write, please give me a sub. I'm very ugly. Feel bad for me. No, it's all my Oilers are also hot, so you can't manipulate them with the hotness. Or can you? Or can you? Can you? Dude, I'm doing the bit. Don't let the bit die. This is getting awkward. Don't let my bit die. Thank you, Soviet Cranberry. Praise Jesus. Thank you. God damn it. That was a great bit, and you almost let me fucking feel super embarrassed on my birthday. On my birthday. Oh my God, I can't stop singing that song. Ay, 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 ay.
Changing the regime in Iran helps the United States. And if there is an argument, I'd love to hear.
Cloud Kills, thank you for buying 5 hot people subs.
And by the way, if that argument is...
Konda, thank you for buying 1 hot people a sub.
Sensible and convincing, I will support it. All I care about is the United States. But I haven't heard that argument a single time. All I've heard is the kind of tiresome fear-mongering about nuclear weapons, which Iran did not have. It's insulting, actually, even to make that argument to me, that Iran's nuclear program posed such a threat to the United States 3 weeks ago that we had to launch a full-scale war against them. No one's even arguing that.
That's actually completely correct. It's an insane take for anybody to argue.
It's stupid, and the facts don't support it. So why did we do this when we did it? Because Israel wanted to do it. They chose the timing here. No one disputes that.
But no, Tucker, that's where you're stupid. You got to go more into the past. And why is Israel this way? Why does Israel have this amount of influence over the White House? Why does Israel have the particular perspective it does over the region? That comes from America. That comes from the Israeli political project. Their apartheid fascist ethno-nationalist system, which has also been very much so openly supported by the United States of America, both ideologically and materially. So yes, it does all start from the White House to an extent, but it does not end in the White House. It ends in Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv. Je suis Tel Aviv. Je suis Tel Aviv. Okay? Tucker does not want to decircumcise American whites. He simply wants to make them think they're decircumcised.
And timing in war as in life.
Quarks, thank you for subscribing to the pod. Patreon, reminder, exclamation point reaction, or the QR code over to the left. I got a new show with Mike and Freda, and it is very, very good.
Is a lot of it, and it determines outcome. And they hadn't thought through what was going to happen next. The Israelis hadn't, and we hadn't, because we didn't have time to.
So, sup, Oregonian? Shout out to Oregonian right now.
You think he has betrayed it?
This war is clearly contrary to what he promised and contrary to the idea that your leaders should put your interests before those of foreigners, period. We put Israel's interests before ours. Trump did that. Bibi's wasn't elected president of my country. My president was. I supported him. Obviously, voted for him. But, yeah.
Let's talk about the way the debate develops in this country, because I think you're right. It's extremely difficult to talk about the subject that you and I have just spent the last half hour talking about, because there is a conflation very often. Anybody who criticizes Israel is vulnerable to being called anti-Zionist or anti-Semitic, and there's conflation by the exact people you've just been talking about, in the kind of firmament of political discussion.
Do you think that's a good faith response or a tactic?
I'm about to ask you that question. Really, I think you and I agree.
Jesus, Hugo, calm down.
We have both been critical of the Israeli government.
Oh, you stupid Hugo. You go stop being like, ha, great point, Tucker Carlson. God, that is why he's so dangerous. I just did a ha. You see what I just did there? Fuck, I hate this guy so much. He's so fucking good. God, he's so good. Fuck.
I just want to kind of clarify terms a bit here.
Well, I've really been critical of the Israeli government.
I've been plenty critical of the Israeli government. I've told you at the beginning that we were against this war.
What do you think of Gaza?
What do I think of Gaza?
Yeah.
I think the war in Gaza, to start with, was a perfectly reasonable response in response to the horrors of October 7th. I think now the places, I mean, I've been there. Have you been to Gaza? I've been to Gaza since the war started.
They would not
it's
let
catastrophic.
me into Gaza. Trust me, very few journalists get into Gaza.
Yeah, no, I went with the IDF. It's the only way that you can go in, but nonetheless you go in and you see a flattened place. I think it is a disaster for the future of Israel, a disaster for the Palestinian people, a horror, 70,000 people dead.
Why would you describe it first as a disaster for the future of Israel? You've got tens of thousands of civilians.
No. This He's very good. He's so fucking good. This guy's so fucking scary.
Murdered, but it's foremost a disaster for the future
No, I
of
didn't
Israel.
say
No, it's
foremost.
foremost a disaster for the families of the dead kids.
Absolutely. I made three.
We are not on Tucker Carlson's side. We are just adequately ascribing the power levels that he is very obviously exuding and treating him as the threat level that he is. Which, in my modest opinion, and I've said it 1,000 fucking times, is much, 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 much higher than anybody else in this field. If you want a modern ideologue that sets the cornerstone of American domestic and foreign policy that will slow down the decline of American empire the most, you'd let this guy do it. I'd let this guy do it. If I was an American nationalist, I would stand outside this guy's house with a gun every day. And that is why we have to be especially proactively not only vigilant, but aggressive as shit when it comes to everything that involves Tucker fucking Carlson. Do you understand me? Very aggressive. Very aggressive. All the energy you have against the Ben Shapiros and Candace Owenses and fucking Charlie Kirks of the world, you gotta direct at him. TOS, I'm not saying you should fucking, no, Charlie Kirk, bad. Yeah, I'm not saying shoot him. I'm saying fucking address him in the political arena. Reaction episode on Tucker. That's probably going to be a 5-parter. Go watch the, like I can't, like I do. I just the problem with being right too early. Go, we'll just watch this.
This video has been made possible by.
Just fucking watch this. Just watch this. Just save it for after the stream. I'm not gonna watch my own fucking video on stream. Just fucking watch this. It's 35 minutes. Just watch it. Just watch it. Tucker and I think is in it for the love of the game at times too. His eyes lit up when he met Fuentes. It was like he got a new buddy to strategize with. Yes, he is a true believer, but he is a true believer because he wants to protect his own interests, right? So it's not every grifter is a reactionary, but every reactionary is a grifter. It is part of the ideological pinch. But yes, he is in it for the long term. If anybody wants to bet, you know what to do. Okay, everybody got the link? Save the video and watch the video if you really want to understand this guy. I had to read his whole fucking book, man. I have to say I didn't read the whole fucking book. I read 30% of it. I want to blow my brains out. But
3 points. So
Because
let me
everybody
just
sucks up to Israel
Cheers.
in this way that suggests they're afraid. And everyone is afraid, and you know that. Everyone's like, the real problem is calling people anti-Semites allows real anti-Semites to flourish. It's like, no, actually, the real problem with calling people anti-Semites who aren't is accusing the innocent of a crime they didn't commit. And the real crime in Gaza is killing people who did nothing wrong. So those are the real problems, I would say. But no one can say it because you have to be like, oh no, but really, October 7th
I don't know what
was
you're
bad.
talking about, Kaz. We're having a
Everyone watching this knows what I'm talking about.
Well, let's get on to that right now.
Yeah.
He's talking about Gaza because you fucking brought up about how difficult it is to associate Israel with overt political influence in the White House because there's a chance that you might be called a fucking anti-Semite. That's why he started talking about Gaza. And then you shot yourself in both feet by saying that you think the disaster in Gaza is very bad for Israel. So, yeah. Anyways, it's my birthday, and on my birthday, I like to gamba. It's my birthday. It's my birthday on Twitch, and I like to gamba. So, we got 2 fivers. We got Limited 404, and we got Obsidian 84. Thank you very much for your 5s. Would you like to put your money where your mouth is and potentially double that amount or not? If you do, please tell me where you would like to put your bet. Obsidian 84. I have Cloud Kills and Soviet Cranberry from earlier as well. Still got my 5. Of course, I don't think so. Where do you want to put your 5? I don't think so. Starting out first. I don't think so. Where do you want to put 5? Soviet Cranberry refuses it. Okay, Soviet Cranberry. I don't think so. Please give me. I'll do black. 5 on black. 5 on black. 5 on black. 5 on black, and we spin for I don't think so. 5 on black for I don't think so going once. 5 on black for I don't think so going twice. I don't think so. I don't think so. Next we have regular size Jesse. Regular sized. Regular size Jesse from 60 minutes ago. Good job, regular size Jesse, for remembering. Thank you very much. Regular size Jesse, 5 on odd. Wait, sorry. 5 on odd, 5 on odd for regular size Jesse. Regular size Jesse, we spin, we spin, we spin. 5 on odd, 5 on odd. 15 is odd. Congratulations to regular size Jesse for making the streamer man slightly more broke. Good for you, good for you. Very good, very good. Next, Obsidian. Obsidian, one of the greatest game developers of all time, is putting 5 on red. I repeat, 5 on red for the people that have brought us the space capitalism game and the Earth post-apocalypse gamble game, where we all became slightly gamblers. What if there's a conspiracy theory that says that almost all gamblers of our generation started when they played Fallout New Vegas? That would be incredible. Okay? Obsidian. 5 on red, and we spin for the gentleman in red.
Eight black.
Unfortunately, even. Obsidian, you lost the same way I always lost when I played your games, because it would always put like only 2 or 3 on luck. Lady, the lady in black. Apologies, the lady in black. I keep forgetting that all my subscribers and Oilers are women. Left on main. Left on main, would you like to put your money on a bet? Or would you like to remain a good, proud Muslim, Christian, Buddhist gentleman, lady, or envy? Rascal is asking me if we can gamba without getting banned. You can gamba, but you can't do more than 10. Okay? I give you 10. You have contributed too much. No gamba by Left on Main. Left on Main just wants to support the show. Thank you very much, Left on Main. Thank you very much. Rascal with the 10 big ones. The current greatest gambler in this institution's history. Mr. Rascal. Mr. Rascal, would you like a City V-Day while you wait to play? Mr. Rascal puts it all on red. A 10 on red. 10 on red. Everybody goes quiet in the room and says, what the hell on? And then they spin. 10 on red going once. 10 on red going twice. 10 on
11
red going 3
black
times.
odd.
Unfortunately, shit, Rascal, you have no fucking luck today, dude. I mean, you won once, right? You won once. That is unfortunate. Soviet. I sold my kidney to put all on black. Please and thank you. Did you remind me? Did you bet the previous 5 or no? If you have a 5 from earlier, I know you're going to be honest. Did you bet the previous 5 or no, my friend? Welcome to the only place on Twitch where you can actually gamble legally without breaking TOS, and for a good cause. No, you haven't. So you got a 10. All on black for Soviet. Soviet putting all on black. Soviet put all on black and spin very much.
17.
Soviet,
black
congratulations.
odd.
You win. You win 10 gifty subbies for chat. Very хорошо, very good, товарищ. Все будет хорошо. Все будет хорошо. Congratulations, Afghan nation. The only D you want. Hey D, the only one I want. You want a gambo, you are just supporting this boy's birthday. Afterwards, Rascal with another 5. Rascal's pissed the fuck out. Rascal with the 5. Where you want to put it? And Didi. Didi and Rascal. Where do you want to put that shit? The only D you want, I'm also a woman, I only give it to men I can torture. Motherfucker. Fucking, I knew it. Torture me. Silas with another 5. Let's go. You gotta put your money in or you will lose it. Let's go, my dear chatters. Let's go. Silas, 5 on red. 5 on red for Silas. 5 on red for Silas on these spin.
23. Red.
Congratulations.
Odd. You win.
5 on red. Victory for Silas. And Rascal puts another 5 on red. Red after red after red.
1.
Oh,
red
come on.
odd.
Fuck
you
both
win.
of you. Fuck both of you. I mean, I'm sorry. Thank you, both of you. Sorry, that came out wrong. Very lucky. Forced content with a 5. Congratulations to the previous successful gamblers. Bravo, Rascal, you got out of the losing streak. Congratulations. Afghan nation. Forced content, would you like to put your money on a standard motherfucker thing? We go to even. Forced content puts 5 on even. 5 on even going once. 5 on even going twice. 5 on motherfucking even. Spinning. Talk about
20.
Forced
Black
content.
even.
Oh
You
my
win.
god, dude. That's low-key becoming annoying. You guys are annihilating me, dude. Ay. Good job. Okay, let's get back to the interview. Son of a bitch.
Because you...
Bravo, guys. Great job. That was bad for me. That was great for you. That was fucking bad for me. It's actually unbelievable. I know. Did I miss anyone? I don't think I missed anyone. I gave you all a chance. This is the first time I've ever seen you lose. A couple of times in a row. In no way you make any money with this gamba. I mean, come on. I don't lose 100% of the time. And this way, you guys have subs, and it's not all about the money. It's all about the money. And what was this fucking thing? What was this? I can't remember. The only do you want? I think they're 5. No, I No, I think I did the 5. The only do you want? Did I do your 5? I'll trust you. Tell me. Did I miss your 5, my friend? Okay, can't win anymore. I guess I didn't. No, but it's okay. I'm just a woman. It don't matter much anyway. So I missed you. Okay. 5 on what? 5 on what? Woman, you got to tell me. Woman, you got to tell me on what? On red? Woman moment. Let's go. I just do it.
Ten, black, even.
There you go. You lost because I'm sexist. This is. Thank you very much for playing, though. I respect your support. Thank you for the 5. Unfortunately, the lady in black has lost.
Are critical of the government of Israel. Do you believe in Israel's right to exist? Would you consider yourself a Zionist in that?
Oh, pičku materinu, brate. She just goes directly at him with this.
October 7th
I don't know what you're talking about, Kaz. We're having a...
Everyone watching this knows what I'm talking about.
Well, let's get on to that right now.
Yeah.
Because you are critical of the government of Israel. Do you believe in Israel's right to exist? Would you consider yourself a Zionist in that narrow definition?
What does that mean, a right to exist?
The existence of the political state of Israel as
but
it
has
existed,
a right. What does that mean?
That you think it should continue in its existence as a state right now. So you do not agree with Iran, for example.
Well, let me just ask, since you asked me the question, it's fair for me to get you to define the term so I can answer it. You've asked 2 questions. The first was, do you believe Israel has a right to exist? And the second question was, do you believe Israel should continue to go on as a nation state? And those are very different questions. So I often hear the phrase...
Having been created as a political entity in 1948,
does it have a right to exist? Is that what you're asking?
I don't want to get hung up on the right.
No.
Should it continue to exist? That's how I define narrowly Zionism.
Because the phrase you used was devised by the Israeli government. Of course. Does it have a right to exist?
Great point to make. Absolutely.
And so my question to you would be, what does that mean?
Why don't you answer my question? It's a very simple question.
I don't know what your question is. Are you asking, does it have a right to exist? Or do I want it to exist? Do I seek its destruction?
Fine. Answer it that way.
Well, of course I don't seek its destruction.
Okay,
I've already said, as you know, because I said it to you, I don't want Israel to be destroyed or have to use nuclear weapons.
We've established that you are in that narrow terms a Zionist. If that's how
I'm
we're
in
going
no
to define
sense a Zionist. I don't want any country to be destroyed at all, and I don't want people to die, particularly ones who committed no crime, because I don't believe in killing innocents, period. That's the basis of Western civilization. Eastern civilization is a whole different view. They believe in collective punishment. I don't.
So you're no...
He shimmy the racism in there. Yeah. We
sense a Zionist.
Classic Tucker, we shouldn't hate the Browns, we should hate the Asians moment.
I don't even know what that means. Why don't you define the term, and then I'll tell you whether I am.
I've just defined it.
What's a Zionist?
Classic. I don't think we should kill them based on skin color. I think we should kill them based on eye shape. Tucker, eye shape Hitler.
A Zionist in my narrow term, this definition is that the state of Israel, the political state of Israel, has the right to continue existing.
The right? Where does that right come from? What do you mean? These are I'm not being a lawyer about it.
Zionism is a fascist ideology that believes in the ethnic supremacy of one people over another, deserving a particular piece of land more than any other group on the planet, to the point in which they deserve to be able to completely ethnically cleanse and genocide the population that has been living there or is there or chooses to move there or whatever in order to establish said project. So no, I don't think we're Zionists.
I just want to know what you're asking me.
to answer the question.
Because I don't know what you're asking me.
Let's go to the
Wait,
third.
no. I think a lot. You don't want to define your question, and I don't know why. I don't know what you're asking me. I've already said I don't want Israel to
I don't think she knows what she's asking you.
Be destroyed. I don't want anyone to be killed. And you've said, does Israel have a right to exist? Does it have my question is, what right are you talking about? Does Britain have a right to exist? Does the United States have a right to exist?
There was a world order built up after 1945 which suggested that aggression should not be condoned into countries, that countries with borders have the right to continue.
I totally agree with that.
Okay.
Which is why the first thing that Israel did within 2 weeks of this war starting, which is supposedly existential for them, was take southern Lebanon, take someone else's country, as they have done repeatedly, And no one even mentions that. And so I guess I would be opposed to that because I think Lebanon has a right to exist. I thought Gaza had a right to exist. But I noticed that as soon as we start apportioning rights, only one country gets them.
No, I did not say that. You're absolutely putting words into my mouth.
So because I believe, here's what I do believe, since you asked. I believe in universally applicable standards. And if they're not universally applicable, they're not standards, they're preferences. That's why I believe in human rights, not ethnic rights. I don't think Jews have more rights or less rights than anyone else. I don't think Christians have more rights or less rights, blacks, Filipinos. I believe in human rights that derive from the creation of people by God.
Except for their culture. That's usually his underpinning. Like, you know, you can be ethnically Chinese, but culturally American. But if you're culturally Chinese, well, we kind of like shoot you and bomb you. Fascinating interview.
And as we've reported previously, U.S. Central Command is saying that Iran's ability to strike...
And except for trans people. I don't think he believes trans people are people. That's how he would get you. He would like, ha-ha!
Ships in the Strait of Hormuz has been, quote...
Thank you for all the happy partner anniversary wishes, my friends.
...degraded. Admiral Brad Cooper says attacks earlier this week targeted an underground weapons facility.
We also remain zeroed in on dismantling Iran's decades-old threat to the free flow of commerce throughout the Strait of Hormuz. For example, earlier this week, we dropped multiple...
The government has agreed to give the United States greater use of British bases in its continuing war with Iran.
Cock Britain. Cheers with my sedevite, with my me-day. Rest in peace, Ayatollah. I hope Trump finishes this war soon. Before we all go broke.
Will now allow them to be used to launch strikes on Iranian sites targeting the Strait of Hormuz, the stretch of water vital.
The stream could use more coverage of Filipinos. I don't fucking know anything about Filipinos. I lived with 3 Filipinos in America once for 1 month. They were fine peoples. But that's the only thing I know about the Filipinos. Literally nothing else about the Filipinos. I can't tell you anything about Filipinos. I know Wow Mao from the Filipinos, and I refuse to stereotype all Filipino people based on Wow Mao because I really shouldn't. Yeah. The fuck is this phone call? Wait. Hello? Секунда.
For transporting much of the world's oil. President Trump, who'd earlier in the day called NATO members cowards, responded to the announcement by saying the UK should have acted a lot faster. And in the last hour on Truth Social, said the administration was considering winding down the war. But tonight's Iran's foreign minister said the British decision was putting UK lives at risk. We'll have more from Westminster on that in a moment. First, this report from our chief international correspondent, Lise Doucette.
America's military might striking deep inside southern Iran. In the north, Israeli warplanes expanded their operations. These are the first attacks along the Caspian Sea as this confrontation enters its 4th week. Today, President Trump was again hailing their military success.
Well, look, we can have dialogue, but I don't want to do a ceasefire. You know, you don't do a ceasefire when you're literally obliterating the other side.
And he gave short shrift to the UK's offer of its bases to strike Iran to protect the Strait of Hormuz. Too little, too late.
I was a little surprised at the UK, to be honest with you. They should have acted a lot faster.
But Iran swiftly condemned Britain's step, warning Mr. Starmer is putting British lives in danger. Iran will exercise its right to self-defense. Iran is still firing back, launching missiles across the Gulf and into Israel. Fragments from an intercepted missile even fell on the edge of the Old City in Jerusalem, close to the holy sites of Muslims, Jews, and Christians. In Iran, the missiles keep smashing into residential areas. They're said to be targeting the regime's infrastructure, its top officials. But civilians are in harm's way, and they're hurting. During days which should bring the most joy. Today is Nowruz, the Persian New Year, but there's so little to celebrate. State TV broadcast a Nowruz statement from the new supreme leader, Mustafa Khamenei, although he's still not been seen during this war.
At the moment, due to the particular unity that has been created between you, our compatriots, the enemy has been defeated.
But hardly a day goes by without a funeral procession. Today they buried the intelligence minister, Ismail Khatib. Israel has warned it will keep killing the men in charge. Iran is vowing to continue this fight, whatever the cost, to them and to the world. Lise Doucette, BBC News.
Well, let's talk more about that UK decision about the use of British bases. Our political correspondent Nick Eardley is at Westminster. And just explain more, Nick, because this is an expansion, really, of what the US is going to be allowed to do.
Since the first weekend of the war, Jane, the UK has allowed the US to use its bases for so-called defensive operations, attacking Iranian missile sites with a view to protecting allies in the region. Today, it's decided to go a bit further, to allow the US to use UK bases to launch attacks on sites in Iran seen as launching attacks on shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. We should be clear, the UK isn't going to launch these strikes itself. Downing Street says it doesn't want to get involved in the wider war, but the number of reasons the US can now use British bases has been expanded. Now, as you heard in Lisa's piece there, the President doesn't seem all that impressed, saying that this should have happened a lot sooner. And this isn't what the US was calling for, which was for international navies to effectively police the Strait of Hormuz to make sure the oil could get through. The Iranians have said today that they consider the UK's position an act of aggression, and their foreign minister says tonight that the latest developments put British lives at risk. Back here at Westminster, there are some calls for the government to give MPs a vote on when the US should be allowed to use UK bases. The Conservatives have accused the Prime Minister of not being strong and decisive enough on this issue. The government is adamant that it wants to see a rapid de-escalation of hostilities, but as we've seen over the last few days, it's just as possible that the opposite happens.
Nick, thank you. Nick Eardley. An Iranian man is one of two people arrested after trying to enter the Faslane naval base, home to the UK's nuclear-armed submarines. Police Scotland said a 34-year-old man and a 31-year-old woman were detained yesterday at HM Naval Base at Faslane on the Clyde. Well, the attacks on oil infrastructure across the Middle East continues to have a big economic impact. Analysts say the large increases in wholesale energy prices could add more than £300 to the average household bill. Here's Darshini David.
Oil refineries ablaze once again, this time in Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, targeted by Iran. But by contrast, oil and gas markets have been calmer after Israel said it wouldn't attack Iranian energy infrastructure.
So it's a chance to reflect on what the turmoil so far could mean. Let's start with energy bills, because new predictions suggest the annual price cap for a typical dual-fuel household could rise from £1,641 in April to £1,973 in July. But it's early days. That cap is calculated over several months and things could change. And this would still be way below the level of bills that prompted the government to step in 2022 after the invasion of Ukraine. How much help could the government afford anyway? This is the interest rate on some of the bonds it uses to borrow, now at their highest since
Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry, chat. I've never done this before, man. How long was I gone for? Fucking 10 minutes? Jesus. I got a phone call from a friend. He needs some help, but it's okay. It's nothing bad. And then I really needed to go to the toilet. No, everything's fine. Don't worry. A friend just needed like on-the-spot advice from the corporate side of evil Hugo of the past. And he's fine. And then I needed to go to the toilet. And I go to the toilet and I wash my hands. And this little bitch flies off. I got the Fed ring, the thing that tracks all your bodily functions, that just screams at me that I'm profoundly unhealthy. And while I was washing my hands, it flew off. And I looked for it for like 3-4 minutes. Because it went down like a very small corner underneath my fucking sink thing. So yeah, very weird fucking, 7 minutes of my life? I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. No, only 7 minutes, dude. I only left for 7 minutes. Some other streamers leave you for an hour, dude. That's nothing. Sage and Simp, thank you very much for the 23 months, my friend. Thank you very kindly.
2008, after new
At least it didn't fly into the toilet, yeah.
figures revealed how high our debt remains. We've got used to government support during COVID and in 2022, but have paid little back. And the rise...
The funniest part is that when I came back, like there was 930 of you. I came back, it fell down to 908. Holy shit. So, in order to sustain the growth of the show, I will now leave. Goodbye, chat. See you tomorrow. Just leaves like this plain playlists of news. Comes back as 7,000 subscribers. Comes back, biggest show on Twitch. And it's a YouTube playlist. So funny. Yeah, let's see it. Okay, now we're at 917. Okay, we'll do a test for 3 minutes. Now we're at 917. I'll still be here, but I'll be quiet for the new people that come in. Let's see if they stay. 3, 2, 1, go.
In this affects other borrowing costs, like fixed-rate mortgages. New 2-year and 5-year deals are already at the most expensive for over a year. They could head higher as expectations grow of at least one rate rise this year as price pressures grow. For petrol prices are up by 9% a litre since the conflict began, diesel by 17%, and that is before the latest spike in oil prices is passed on. It's all because of this, the Strait of Hormus, that key transport route for oil and gas through which 100 ships a day would typically pass. Now, BBC analysis suggests it's just 5 or 6. The head of the International Energy Agency called for people to cut down on use by working from home or car sharing in what he's called the greatest energy security challenge ever faced.
It is much bigger than what we had in the 1970s, the oil price shocks. It is also bigger than the natural gas price shock we have experienced after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And it is not only oil and gas. Fertilizers, petrochemicals, these are all facing major problems.
It could change again, but in the space of just 3 weeks, this war has posed challenges to the fortunes of businesses, households and governments that no one was prepared for. Darshini David, BBC News.
All right, let's get to something more serious here. What clip is this?
This is 10.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's Friday. Fun half. When we're talking about getting something more serious, I mean, let's get seriously value-tained. And let's do it on what could be the next prolonged quagmire this country has gotten into.
13 U.S. troops?
I believe so. Let me
killed.
double check.
I think the number is 13-2 over the weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. It was 11 on Friday.
One is too many. One is too many, but I think we're at 13 right now. So it is one of the options and choice.
Okay, I'm back. 946. I'm back. 946. I'm YouTuber man. Hot take. Oh, this man is an Iranian who lives in America and does an MLM but talks about honor of the Ayatollah. This is a very strong hot take. American war on Iran. It is very bad and I dislike it. Imperialism, I hate it. It is bad. America, it is bad. Cuba, I like it. It is Cuba. It is a nice country. China is a country with many Chinese people in it. Ooh, Chad, funny. Ooh, he's value-tained. Oh, he's such a Chad. Ooh. It's actually not going down. It's not going down. It's going up. Okay. I mean, oh, man, you guys like me. Oh, fuck. I came back and it went up by 6 people. Okay. What do we think about Russia? It's the largest country in the world. Russia is my problematic boyfriend. I'm in a polyamorous relationship between Russia and Ukraine, and they don't like each other. But Ukraine is also dating NATO, so Russia is abusive to Ukraine, but Ukraine is dating NATO, who is also very abusive, but right now lying to her that she's good. And in exactly 45 minutes, I'm going to go to a birthday. Well, I will drink with Ukrainians and Russians in the same bar. I wish you cannot make this up. This is my life. Okay, let's get value-tained.
Voices he had to put troops on the ground. The people that don't want it, can they criticize him? Absolutely. The people that voted for him, if this is a choice that he had to use, because right now you have one.
Listen to the new podcast. It's really good. It is, isn't it? Have you heard of this podcast called The Reaction Podcast? Okay? It's a new podcast created by one very smart guy and 2 very sexy men. Exclamation point reaction to get a link to all the different podcast platforms.
One of 2 choices.
Seriously, go check it out. It's really good. If you don't like fascists, it's very good.
You either leave right now and you delay the issue later on for somebody else, or if you're already in too deep, guess what? Finish the job. Which one do you want him to do?
That's some crazy SEO. You think so? Mm-hmm. 1.4K on Twitch. 3,000-4,000 subscribers. Sorry, 1.4K followers on Twitter. 3,000-4,000 subscribers on YouTube in a couple of days. I think it's not bad.
Where are you at? Mm-hmm. Like, really, I'm asking you, Vinny.
Top 10% of downloads for downloaded podcasts on the planet as well. There's a long way to go to making it as big as the program. The program is 0.01% of podcasts by download, but that's a different universe. That's a 4-year-old show. We'll get the reaction there.
Right now, would you want him to leave?
He can't leave. No, he has to finish it.
You're an advisor.
We have 1,000 people here, 35% off. And we need 7 more Western taxpayer because today is the last day of the last stream of the week. So let's hit that shit. If your name is Peter, if your name is Chad, if your name is Hugh, if your name is Chuck, if you are in the IT industry, if you are a woman, but also if you're a man, but also if you're an NB, if you have money in your bank account and you are from the West, I need you to drop a 10 if you're a minority or a 20 if you're a majority ethnicity. Let's hit that 30, baby. The Zaras, baby. Zaras, baby. Thank you very much for the 10. The rest of you feel embarrassed? You feel embarrassed yet? Sarah's carrying for you, huh? How about you do your part too? How about you do your part as well? How about you do your part? Invest in the 700 projects I got going on, eh?
In the room, but there's
pro reparations streamer. I'm a reverse apartheid streamer. That's what we call it, reverse apartheid.
Right or wrong answer to this question. It's just where you are. And by the way, run this poll, Rob. Okay, right now you're in the Situation Room. And not even that. He just calls you. Vinny, I saw you on the podcast the other day.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think we should do? We've taken out we've taken out this, we've taken out 50 people. The son is left, but his right shoulder, his leg is gone.
Pause it for a second. I just want to say, it's easy to sort of look at Patrick Bet-David and be like, this guy's skimming the surface so much about this. Trump calls, we took out the this, we took out the that. We drop a bomb and we do that. And what should we do now? Should we finish the job? Like, what does finish the job mean? Like, it's just like define a couple of the terms. Like, like we did this, we died, we did that, we do that, he caught, do that. It's not just Patrick Bet David. The ease in which people think wars will go.
22 countries signal coordinated action to secure Strait of Hormuz, stabilize energy markets. Leaders from 22 countries, including the UAE, UK, France, Germany, Japan, said they are preparing joint steps to ensure shipping through the Strait of Hormuz and limit global economic fallout. We express our readiness to contribute to appropriate efforts to ensure safe passage through the GAE, the statement said, adding that governments are already engaged in preparatory planning. They also welcomed the International Energy Agency decision to authorize a coordinated release of strategic petroleum reserves and said they would take further steps to stabilize the energy markets, including working with producing nations to increase output and supporting affected countries through international institutions. Too little, too late, man. It's too little, far too late. The statement condemns Iran's actions in the bisexual and selectively invokes international law to call on Tehran to halt attacks and comply with UN Security Council Resolution 2817, describing freedom of navigation as a core principle of international law. We want to talk about international law, you cuckolded fucking uroids. Jesus Christ. Oh, I can't wait for the Lithuanian Navy to really fucking open up that fucking asexual of Hormuz, dude. Launching a war without being attacked or authorized by the UN violates Article 2.4 of the UN Charter, which bans the U.S. use of force. Bans the use of force, eh? You say it's bad what Tehran is doing, yeah? It's pretty bad, isn't it? Did you see the fucking...
It's not easy.
Dude. Why is this lady the weirdest human of all time?
For It's not easy. For you.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. Japanese Prime Minister praises President Trump's portrait and laughs at Joe Biden's portrait. Absolutely wow. Mainstream media will never show you this. This is a fucking skinwalker, dude. Like both of them. Right-wingers are skinwalker-ass motherfuckers, dude. Like, have you seen the photos from the fucking White House visit? This is, like, why does everybody look like a fucking, like aliens? Like, oh God. And yes, I can make fun of what they look like. They are literal fascist prime ministers and presidents, okay? Move on from this chat if you don't enjoy that sort of behavior. Thank you for your visit. I'll send you a couple of links to dick enlargement surgeons. White House. Can I get Barry? Robert Mueller dead. Come on, I just wanted to make former special counsel Robert Mueller has died. Oh well, Chuck Norris, now Robert Mueller. It is funny. It is very die. This, look at this. Like, come on, man. Look at this. Like, oh, come on. Oof. I was going to make fun of the lady, but yeah, I don't kick them while they're down. Wow. Oof. Wow, that was whew. I don't think you recover from one of those. Oh my God. Woo! Humiliation tour. Rip Mueller, umro, brate. Former FBI chief Mueller. Oh, jebote odjebi, bre, mamu vam jebem rojtersku pičku da vam jebem gadnu. Robert Mueller, the former FBI chief who probed alleged Russian interference in the 26th presidential election, has died at the age of 81, according to MS Now, citing two people familiar with the matter, probably killed by Havana syndrome.
Despite all of the incredible amount of evidence we have had over the course of, I don't know, 50, 60, I don't know, 100, whatever. But we could...
Update from Mexico.
Now, as the kids say, 6, 7.
That was funny. That was pretty fucking good. You got me there. Very well played. Very well played. Is this the new poop sock? That 8 out of 10. You got me there. 6, 7 out of 10. You like handshake. A real man realizes when the ops fucking annihilate him. Good job. Wow. Oof, that hurt. Like, first the picture of the Japanese president, now this. I'm going to die of lecring. I'm dying of lecring, big time. Big time dying of lecring. That's why I need to drink my Sedevite with my mide, also known as Sedemide. In my glass. In my glass. No, I want to watch another one of that. Today is not a serious stream. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Chad. It's my birthday. We're partying. Pour yourself a drink. Enjoy your Sedevide with me.
But we could...
It's already has a drink, yeah.
Now, as the kids say, 6, 7.
I literally glitched out.
Що достигну нуклеарне оружие.
Hi guys, someone said try Sedevita with Sprite.
Sedevita. Thank you, Xi Jinping, for buying me 5 Sedevitas.
So that's what
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna do.
Even Xi Jinping is using the 35% discount for my partner anniversary. If Xi Jinping is not too good for a discount, you are not too good for a discount either. Western taxpayers, let's hit that.
Hi guys, let's make. Hi guys, someone said try Sedevita with Sprite. So that's what
I say. Try Sedevita with mead. It's very good. I swear I'm not sponsored by Sedevita.
gonna do. Let's make it.
Let's make
I'm gonna put some Sedevita. Actually, I'm gonna use a spoon, even though I said don't use a spoon. But I'm gonna use one for Sprite today. So I put some Sedevita, right? And then I put some Sprite. Num num. Okay, Sprite goes in. Ooh. It's bubbling.
Bubbling?
It's bubbling. I'm telling you, it's bubbling.
New human dropped, bro. And it's amazing. Used to be from Memphis. Dude, she's from fucking Niš or something. She's fucking or Croatia or some shit. Fucking Niš or Split. That's what I'm saying, man. This is us doing a borderline racist interpretation of what we think Americans sound like, okay?
It's very bubbly. Okay, guys.
Like a Oklahoma lady or some shit.
Here is the Cervita with Sprite. Let's try it.
Louisiana.
I like it a lot. I really like it.
Oh, so good.
It's really good. I'm gonna drink it again. Really good, guys. I recommend. Sprite and Cervita together.
Cervita.
Very good.
Oh.
Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Let's make a Christmas Cervita.
What is this shit? I don't know. It's funny.
With me today is the most famous glass I own. We have Buzzga and the Rancha.
In the Rancha?
I've been loving this combination lately. You put some Buzzga and some Rancha Cervita. Not a lot though. So good, Cervita. Bye, guys.
That's it. That was the whole bit, bro.
Oh no, it's no more Cervita. I don't have any more Cervita.
Oh, Cervita, bro. Fucking Cervita. Sorry, chat. I had to go there.
Play Sam Harris 2 or 3 weeks ago saying, like, I think this is going to be relatively easy. We're just going to go in and...
Sounds like someone from Alabama 20 years ago that moved to Britain for a few years. Absolutely. To me, it sounds like a Deep South lady, but like from one of those French colonies and shit. You know? Goddamn, this Cervita do taste good. I thought it was some of their liberal Gatorade. Turns out it's base Gatorade, man. Holy fucking shit, brother. It's got all the vitamins in this motherfucker. You can work in the... Brother. You can work on the construction site for 70 hours with that Cervita, dude. That fucking Cervita. Trying for Cardi B. Cardi B does not sound like that. No, my friend. On the bio, goddamn, man.
This is not going to be Iraq.
It's different this time.
It's different. I mean, it's almost self-evident. Iraq, IRAQ. Iran, IRAN. So it's clearly different.
Yeah, one's got a larger coastline and a bigger population.
Anybody who doesn't know that they're different countries, I mean, obviously.
A boring bit.
He has been talking about Kharg Island by name, Donald Trump, since 1988.
How are you seeing MAGA feel about?
He has been talking about Kharg Island by name, Donald Trump, since 1988. So when he says now he could take Kharg Island anytime we want, what would it look like to take it? It's small, but that is not everything.
No, it's not. It's offshore, as you can see right here. Let me get this.
Welcome back to my favorite program. American media personnel discussing chaos, warfare, death, pain, napalm. Like as if it was a real-time strategy game. Because to Americans, that's what we are. NPCs from the far east or far west. And the only thing that we are concerned about when we bomb their schools is whether our prices will slightly increase or whether we will lose Jimmy from down the street when he is deployed to single-handedly scalp 12 children. The new DLC to American Life the Game called Iran. Okay, they're not very original. The Iraq DLC They did the Iraq DLC, but they were like, they're not Arabs, it fucking Persians. You see, there's an N instead of a fucking Q, you dumb motherfucker. And you're like, nah, man, you're just doing microtransactions for me. Like, the plot line is basically the same. Like, you're not saying WMDs. You're not even saying they have it. You're saying, oh, they're gonna build WMDs. We gotta stop them before they build them. Like, come on, the plot is the same. Ooh, Saddam Hussein, evil guy. Iraqi's good, but Saddam Hussein, evil guy. That's why we gotta bomb the Iraqis. Now you're like, oh, Iranian's good, but Ayatollah, evil guy. Like, come on. You know, the Iran DLC to the American Life main game. It's AI generated. It's AI generated. They didn't hire any writers. They just input, like, make another DLC like the Iraq DLC. But more plot twists. Dozens of British sailors have been caught doing drugs on nuclear submarines. What the fuck else are you gonna do in a nuclear submarine? Don't imagine a bad trip inside of a submarine. Holy mother of God, damn.
Think to cooperate with me. Kharg Island is really very, very close to the shoreline, but it is the main terminal for all oil exports coming out of Iran. About 20% for the world comes through the straits. The challenge with this mission is that coming ashore here, even though it's probably not contested right now because the military capacity has been reduced, but we don't know. And as an intel guy, I would want to know, what has Iran done in the
Thank you. An Iranian missile has struck the Dimona area in southern Israel during a new wave of launches from Iran on Saturday, with video showing a direct impact and fire on the scene. One boy was moderately injured and 19 others were lightly injured in the streak. Israel's Magdan David Adom said, according to the Times of Israel.
Interim between the reduction of that military capability a number of days ago and where we are today.
Yeah.
So there's always challenge associated with coming ashore. And you've got this terminal that is going to be used, I think primarily that's all about leverage, more than it is bringing in a capacity to get that thing up and running.
Right. And so you would it would require obviously significant boots on the ground to take that and hold it, in the sense of you don't know what could be incoming, especially because it's so close to shore.
Correct.
So there's that. Then, you and I talked about securing the Strait of Hormuz quite a bit, because you were talking about the very mountainous terrain, which would give Iran, it's also on the other side, but that's not the side where the fire would be coming from, on the Iranian side, the benefit of height. So how would ground troops be used in the strait?
Yeah, so what you have en route is an amphibious ready group Marine Expeditionary Unit. It's a mouthful, and what that means is this is an incredibly capable force that can force itself on shore, and it's comprised of elements like this. This is a CH-53 heavy lift helicopter grabbing this artillery piece, which is an M777. This is what we call the beginning of an artillery raid. You take this thing off a ship, you land it where you want it to go.
So then you have artillery capability.
And then you've got counterfire capability within minutes.
Look, chat. One hospital in the United States.
Also within that capability, these things called Amtraks, incredibly capable. They swim, as you can
look, chat. Another hospital.
See, and inside this is about 20 plus Marines. They will disembark to begin their missions. What also they have, obviously, is
look, chat, 30 hospitals.
Vertical lift, gunships, the Cobras, incredibly dependable. And also the Osprey, again, vertical lift. You don't need.
Look, chat, 3 schools.
A runway. You can come off the deck of a ship, you can land anywhere, and then you disembark about 30 to 40 Marines.
Okay, so that's what so they would be able to move quickly. Although obviously, when you meet with resistance, there is a risk of real loss of life, and also how do you get offshore once you get on, as you mentioned.
Real loss of life. Real loss of life. When you have boots on the ground, there's a chance of real loss of life. Not to do the whole George Carlin bit here, but goddamn, man. A real human, like an American, might die if we do boots on the ground. You have casualties and then you have real casualties, okay?
A moment ago in our conversation. Now, today Netanyahu says Iran no longer has the ability to enrich uranium, which is obviously significant. Obviously, Trump had said the program was obliterated last summer, actually. Right. So it's unclear what those terms at this point really mean. However, there are 3 main nuclear sites, and I say main for a reason, because we only know what we know in terms of where, say, enriched
You have casualties and you have statistics.
uranium could be
Exactly, Barry.
stored. We know those, but if we understand it's in those canisters, it could be a lot of different places, and that would change the whole calculus for boots on the ground, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. First of all, look at the distance that we're talking of. If we had forces here, or if the U.S. came ashore here, and you were going to try to put forces there, now you certainly wouldn't have to drive up there. I mean, you could have some aviation airborne operation that dropped them in. But the challenge is these are monstrous facilities, and to your very point, the enriched uranium isn't necessarily here. It could be dispersed into military compounds, into somebody's backyard, into a garage, underground facilities, which are all along the mountains here. So if you get there, and let me show you the significance of this. This is Natanz. This is a monster facility. This would eat up ground forces. Marines would have to guard intersections. They'd have to be here. They'd have to go into each one of these buildings. Is anything there? Right. And then once they get in a building, they don't know what they're looking at.
You have to clear it. You have to. Then there's what's underneath it, and then there's the other ones.
Who's going to come in and say, "Yep, that's radioactive," or "No, that's inert"? And that takes other experts to have to be a part of this endeavor. Yeah. We did this in Iraq. The sensitive site exploitation.
Yeah, where you found like crazy amounts of WMDs. Yeah.
Mission. We did this in the early stages of Iraq. We found all those sites. It became very, very difficult. And every time we got one, we put experts in there to determine this equals something, this equals something.
Painstaking and excruciatingly time-consuming.
And detailed, yes, ma'am.
When we talk about this mission...
Of course, it's going to take a long time so that it justifies the complete conquest of Iran. And then once it's done, that's when we're going to learn that we found nothing.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Is the missile okay?
To keep the straits open, or to reopen them. They're not open right now. One of the things that Dan Kane, the chair of the Joint Chiefs, the general, told us the other day was that they are introducing now 2 new weapons here. The A-10 Warthog, this close infantry, close support fighter jet, is now flying missions over the strait, as well as Apache helicopters. What is the introduction of these 2 aircraft? What does that do to the conflict?
Well, thank you, John. Well, this significantly increases our ability to attack small targets, so they're probably going after the thousands of small speedboats that the Iranians have on the coastline. I mean, you're talking about a 1,000-mile coastline. That's the entire west coast of the United States, from California to Washington State. And so the A-10 is an incredibly capable air-to-ground weapon, as is, of course, the Apache helicopter. And so this means that they've gotten the capability now to go after the smaller targets. Probably can also go after some of the launching sites for perhaps.
And it's going to have to patrol them forever, okay? A problem that did not exist, that the current administration literally spawned out of nowhere, will, as we can now hear, necessitate probably decades worth of, one high school and 1 hospital per day being spent on patrolling a territory that was never in need of patrolling up until this point.
Cruise missiles and other
Like masterful gambit, Mr. Trump.
Other missile sites. And they can also go after small boats that are trying to lay mines and whatnot. So it greatly increases the capability of the United States to interdict small targets.
So we have the A-10 and we have the Apache flying over the straits now in some capacity, Alex. What does that mean if there is now this new mission to open the straits? What does that tell you about the state of play?
I mean, it speaks to mission creep. There's really no other way to describe it at this point.
They're even saying it on CNN. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I just got here. Hey, this is my partner from the Reaction Podcast, also known as Fred, who also streams on this platform sometimes as well. Please give them a follow. Using the A-10 Warthog in 2026. Explain. Help me.
You know, the White House and the Department
I don't know what you mean, this, sir.
War laid out very clear, goals that had to be rectified a little bit. But essentially, it's, going after the missiles, the drones, the associated industrial base, the Navy, potentially the nuclear program. And obviously, we saw the decapitation strikes, who were largely the security leaders responsible for the deaths of the protesters. That was a 3 to 5 week mission, very clear set of targets that were defined by U.S. Central Command that they're working through right now, what we call an air tasking order. But this
it's an outdated fossil. Okay. But they're talking about utilizing it for patrolling. After they take the particular territory.
A new military mission with new objectives here. So the president has tried a few things. There were strikes on Karg Island that resulted in counterstrikes and infrastructure in the region. The Israelis struck the Pars gas field, which is right here, that then led to a retaliatory strike. 17% of Qatar's liquid natural gas is gone. $20 billion plant could take 3 to 5 years. So. That didn't work. At this point, it looks like additional military forces are going to be needed to free this up.
Okay, you brought up Karg Island here. I want to show.
It basically does what drones do now, except costs 900 times more. Hey, man. Fuck these communists like Freda, don't understand how the economy works. Listen, it's a win-win. You spend more on military tech, GDP goes up, and when GDP goes up, that means we're all richer. You give the military-industrial complex $1 trillion, the economy grows by $1 trillion, that means we're all richer. Read a fucking econ book, stupid fucking commie. Jesus Christ. War is economic activity. Psh, motherfucker. What, the families of people working in the military-industrial complex need to eat too, man. You guys always talk about unionizing. But when people working for the military-industrial complex start unionizing, everybody's like, no, that's not what we meant. Huh. Hypocrites. Vuvuzela iPhone 100 Gorillion. Okay, no more Vuvuzela. Keep forgetting we can't do Vuvuzela anymore. Vuvuzela's capitalist now.
People, again, where this is the island. It's toward the north of the Persian Gulf here. This is where there were airstrikes the other day. Barack Ravid in Axios is reporting there are serious discussions now about a ground operation, right? Because landing troops there would be ground troops, despite what some people say. A ground operation on Karg, either occupied or otherwise. What would be needed for something like that?
Well, so what we're seeing now is several thousand Marines have been activated from Marine Expeditionary Units. Just for context, there are no infantry divisions or armored divisions, either from the U.S. Army or U.S. Marine Corps, that have been activated or mobilized. And Iran itself is a country of 90 million people that's extremely mountainous. We're not going to see a major ground invasion based on the force posture we see right now, but it is possible that those Marines could be used in amphibious landings here to hold territory, as Karg is 90% of Iran's oil basically flows there for loading.
General, right now, as Alex was saying there, we do think there is this Marine Expeditionary Unit headed to the region. We don't know exactly how close they are. They haven't arrived just yet, as they're understanding.
Currently in Beijing, brother, and the hype is real. Hell yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I know it's cliche, but unironically, eat Beijing duck every day unless you're vegetarian or vegan. Just eat it every day. I just hate it. Fucking 5 out of the 7 days it was there. Just eat it every day. It's arguably one of the tastiest things on the planet. So I miss it every day now that I'm not there. So just eat Beijing duck every day. Trust me, you will not regret it. Oh, I'm gonna be fat and bloated. Yeah, and also if you're a white boy, you're going to be bloated the whole time you're in China. Don't immediately think that you are getting fat super fast. They use like an alternative to salt that makes us from cultures that don't use the thing that they use bloat up really fast. So the whole time I thought it was fucking, I was gaining 10 kilos per second while I was there, but no, it's just your body reacting to their thing. So just keep eating. Just keep eating duck, like do duck genocide. Yes, we know about the F-16, my friend, yes. How much did it cost? Adjusted to European prices or American prices, it was free. It was extremely cheap. Getting to China is expensive. Being in China is not at all. Not at all.
Ending. Would that be enough to take and hold Karg Island?
Korg
I think that probably would be a suitable mission for them. You're talking about 2,500 Marines with an air component. But the problem, of course, is once they get on the ground, it's a small island. It's only about 7.7 square miles, and it's probably lightly defended. But as Alex very rightly points out, this would be mission creep. And once you're on the ground, and you are a target. And I think
real
of
humans
the
might die.
political
American
impact of
humanoids.
losing soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines on the ground at a place like Karg Island, that would be a tremendous blow. But, the president's stuck because he's got to do something to relieve the Strait of Hormuz. He just can't allow this to go on. And right now, with 1,500 ships out there waiting to get through the strait, it's going to take 3 months to get through that work off that backlog. And remember, they were restored.
It's always going to become. It's permanently going to be more expensive to go through the Strait of Hormuz because corporations are already looking for alternatives, and more importantly, insurance companies have already attached a premium to the Strait of Hormuz due to its quote-unquote toxicity. So the time of going back to pre-Gay of Hormuz crisis prices is never going to come unless directly stimulated by the federal government in the United States and local governments everywhere else. So best case scenario, where the Americans go super Chad, Giga Chad mode and like win everything, your price will nonetheless remain higher. So if you're a Trump voter that voted based on the economy, you are arguably the biggest fucking imbecile on the planet. And you should feel really bad and probably go back to school. And your wife's probably cheating on you. In order to protect the soldiers on Karg, they need to commit deeper to eliminate things that can hurt them. And to do that, they have to commit deeper and deeper and deeper. Beautifully put, my dear friend. Beautifully put.
Time, about 100 ships a day, and no one's going through there. And of course, the Saudis now can't even produce oil now because there's nowhere to store it. So, they've got to do something to relieve the strait.
CENTCOM has announced that they've dropped these. The military dropped these.
Only gays must be relieved.
5,000-pound guided bombs that are designed to penetrate targets deep underground on Iranian missile sites along the strait on Tuesday, and used to be.
You got to relieve this gate. You got to relieve this strait with 6 more Western taxpayers. Western taxpayers are blocking my strait. I'm all blocked up. I need oil. I need oil to pass. This needs to happen. We got to hit that 30. A kind reminder to hit that 30. We need 6 more Oilers. Unironically, exclamation point tax to see what a Western taxpayer means. And pay them taxes, boy.
Deputy commander of the Air Force's entire bomber force. So, what can you tell us about those strikes and these bombs?
Thank you, Corey Yeti, for continuing. The nicest thing to ever do is continue a sub, baby. Yash. Dude, we might actually get to get a custom Yugopnik mask, man. Freda, yesterday we beat fucking Mike in the subs. That felt so good, man. That felt so good. That felt so fucking good, right? That was that. Oh, Jesus. Loki had wet dreams over it.
This can achieve what it can't achieve.
Well, certainly the United States watches what our potential adversaries around the world are doing, and we've seen a trend in recent years of hardening and burying some critical infrastructure, some critical targets. And so the United States has developed over time, whether that's the GBU-57, which we saw in Midnight Hammer, going after very deep buried nuclear targets, or something like this 5,000-pound penetrator, the GBU-72. We've developed capabilities to exploit.
Look at this one. Sorry, I just gotta be a fucking annoying cunt for a second. Sorry, we didn't know it was invisible, and now the Iranians have done the same. Problematic governments fighting American imperialism and shooting down planes. There is a direct correlation between those two. Where is that base? Serbia. They dropped that during the bombing campaign. Hippetrine, 35% off Hippetrine. Okay. It's a Hippetrine. 35% off. It's not a hype train. It's a hype train. Hype train.
Them, and they're very capable, and this was the first use in combat, and I suspect very effective.
So where do the capabilities kind of end here, right? Can the U.S. bomb the Strait open, or does something else need to be done here?
Well, I think CENTCOM, U.S. Central Command, will have a very well-developed plan and a set of objectives that they're trying to accomplish. Like in any conflict, we have a very determined adversary, a thinking adversary who's going to try to react, adapt to what we might be doing. I think it would be very difficult to say we can execute a bombing campaign and open the straits. But you do see a very successful effort so far to reduce Iran's ability to affect its neighbors, to reduce the...
I have a solution. Just make straits everywhere. Just the Panama Canal, the whole planet. That's my solution.
Drone and ballistic missile strikes by about...
You see Robert Mueller died. This is American liberal 9/11. Yeah.
About 90% or more.
The liberals are about to strike the fourth tower.
Over the course of the campaign to reduce the naval capabilities. And so their ability to affect operations in the straits has been greatly diminished. But I wouldn't expect that to be completely eliminated or go to zero.
Is there any way to do this without having some kind of, maybe even just limited, but nonetheless, boots on the ground when it comes to maybe being close to the shore? This is what we were talking yesterday about with our military experts, because I think the public really makes quite a distinction here when it comes to boots on the ground. Even if this isn't, very far inland in Iran, that is still, I think, something that really sticks with people, the idea of American boots on the ground. Do you expect that to happen?
Brandon, I think that all comes down to the objectives that the administration is trying to achieve. And I think we've heard a range of possible objectives. I would say if we're looking to do some type of regime change, if we're anticipating that the leadership in Iran is going to turn over and a new regime come into place, that would be incredibly difficult given the current restraints against having boots on the ground. But I would again emphasize that we've seen a dramatic decrease in the amount of Iranian attacks and their ability to influence the region. They still can get a drone through, they still can get a missile through on occasion, but CENTCOM is continually going after that and trying to bring that level down to a great amount.
Yeah, but there's always going to be a potential threat. And as Freda beautifully put, you're always going to have to keep moving deeper and deeper and deeper. And with that, my dear chat, 2 years of Yugopnik on Twitch comes to a conclusion. What an incredible 2 years. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you on motherfucking Monday. I am sending you now. Finally, I can rate struggle. Fucking finally. He decided to record a little bit later. I got to run to a birthday. Very good stream. For those of you who are new in chat, welcome. It's been a pleasure having you. If you came in late, rewind, watch the stream from the beginning. Go check out my dear friend Struggle 4. Give them a follow. I fucking love that guy. And go listen to the new reaction podcast. Exclamation point reaction. Mods, please. Exclamation point reaction. Go to one of those links right now. Follow it on Twitter. You will genuinely enjoy it. I promise you from the bottom of my motherfucking heart. Okay? You will genuinely enjoy it. It is a new show that I... What the fuck, my man? Six seven, and I'm gonna ban you. Stop spend. I know you're rich, and I respect it. Thank you for being my angles. Thank you very much for being my angles these last couple of days. But come on, my friend. Too much. My cuphead is like, shut the fuck up, dude. Come on, man. Come on. He can spend his money however he wants. Thank you very much, Rascal. Thank you very much. And we are, because I initiated the raid, if you want a Gamba, do 67, you will be able to Gamba them on the next stream. With pleasure. Now, what happened to the raid? Is it still going? What the fuck is happening? Raid, Struggle 4. Okay, it's already raiding. What happened?